Hello and welcome to TPK Roleplay. And furthermore, welcome to our ongoing set of one-shots for our All Hallows Eve, getting ready for Halloween. Woo, spooky month. Let's go. Welcome to As Autumn Colors Fall. It is our Over the Garden Wall themed one-shot. It is using the system Babes in the Wood, so wonderfully illustrated by our artwork down below. A system based on the show by the lovely Adam Bass. Definitely check him out because this is a fantastic system, and I cannot wait to show all of you guys. I'm Sir Heckelot, going to be your narrator for tonight, and I am going to let each of my players introduce themselves after a couple housekeeping items. So this is basically powered by the Apocalypse system. So it is a roll high system. For those of you in chat, you lovely chat gremlins, pluses are good, minuses are bad. Advantage, always good. Disadvantage, always bad. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, tell you what, I'm going to read my quick little one sentence intro, and then players describe your characters and introduce yourselves in kind of the same go. So, without further ado, somewhere buried between the creased pages of history lies a place that not many have ever seen. A place where stories were lost and discarded once again unfold for those who travel through the woods. So, cast, introduce yourself and describe your characters as they run into each other in the woods. And we'll start with Dev.
Hey guys, it's DevDevelops, and I'm Lucas Littleman, who is an 8-year-old boy dressed in a really flimsy spider costume after kind of getting a bit worn while making his way through the woods. He has on him in his hand a pet collar that has a little bell attached to it, and hooked on the side of his waist is a little can of silly string. And he's not speaking right now because he's a little scared of what's going on. He doesn't know where to go, just forward. So he's just cautiously, grammar, moving forward.
Yes, as you move. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
The Highwayman.
Ooh.
Oh god.
shit.
I'm the
Highwayman.
Highwayman.
I'm the Oh, this is going to be fantastic. Thank you, Highwayman. Anyway, Lucas, as you are kind of wandering through these woods, they're not familiar. You've been in the woods behind your house many times. You know it like the back of your hand, but you've never seen woods like this before. And you hear the sound of branches cracking behind you as you see Mr. Rogers' character.
So I'm Mr. Rogers. I'm going to be playing Blue the Bear, as the name implies. He is a black bear. He is also a lumberjack, dressed in proper attire, and just he'll coming up from behind, not really seeing the little kid in front of him, just going about his business in the woods, marking trees so he knows which ones to come back and cut later. And then seeing him and just going, what are you doing here?
Don't move a muscle. Don't move a muscle. They can see movement. They can smell fear. Don't pee. Don't pee yourself. You're gonna be fine.
He's gonna crouch down and get like face level with him and like poke him in the chest. It's like, are you okay?
A small toot comes out.
In which you hear an interaction happening nearby, Copper Leo. What do you do?
Oh, Coachman! Coachman, I'm over here! And you guys just see coming out of the bushes, and I'm Copper Leo, by the way, but you just see this peacock. It looks like a normal peacock, however, he's got a little monocle over one eye with a little top hat and spats. And I will be playing Alban Shingleton tonight. Coachman! Oh, excuse me, have either of you seen my coachman? He seems to have run off.
Blue will like turn around, getting up from the little kid and looking away from like, no, this is the middle of the woods. There's no coachmans here.
I knew I took a wrong turn, but he should be around here somewhere. He couldn't have gone far. Dear me, where am I these days?
I'm pinching myself, but I'm not waking up. This isn't a dream. You're talking.
Oh, yeah. The woods. What do you think? Bears just growl around at each other?
Well, yeah.
It's just because you humans don't understand. I think all bears are dumb.
And which even strangely, it gets even weirder for you, Lucas, and the rest of you, as you kind of look around. There's an extra shadow that kind of looked like a tree trunk to begin with, but eventually looks like a figure as the shadow reaches towards you. And Tony, would you like to introduce yourself and your character?
So tugging at the poor child's legs is just like a hand puppet that's just been plopping around. It kind of looks like this. Tonight I will be playing the toy. I don't have one. Is his name. It is very, very good. And he'll just kind of like, slowly hug. You good?
Like pepper spray, just like silly string the puppet.
What is that?
Oh my gosh. Oh.
He's like trying to like reach up, but he's got ton of hands, so it doesn't reach the face. Just
Dear boy, there, calm down. You're frustrating and screaming in the woods isn't gonna solve anything.
Y'all are weirder than the man I met a mile ago?
what do you look like?
He, white hair, a really long waistcoat. Is that the word? Waistcoat? Petticoat? Trench coat? He rhymed a lot. He called his name was Brazzer Jazz. He just liked playing jazz music and singing about the woods and always watching me, but nothing. There's no eyeballs, so I think I'm fine.
Kid,
Can I
what are
make
you doing in here?
Huh?
What are you doing out here?
So my cat, Luna, she's missing. I think I left door open to the backyard, and I think she got out, and I mean that leads here, and so, but this isn't like the woods I'm used to, so I'm a little bit freaked out.
There are different woods.
I mean, there's the woods that I know, and then there's the woods that I'm in right now. I don't know. Was there woods I didn't know about?
Yeah, there's all kinds of woods. There's balsa, mahogany, good wood out there.
Oh, that's some pretty big words. I don't know about that.
But listen, not to interrupt, but look, my coachman has just run off, and the dear boy, I think he thought I was in the carriage, but he just took off with all my wealth and such. But I tell you what, if you can help me find my coachman and all my stuff, dear boy, I'll help you find your way out of the woods.
Well, I gotta find my cat first.
Blue is just kind of let aside. He's like, look, your coachman's probably in the town. Your cat, if it's smart, went to the town. I'll just guide you guys to town real quick, right? There's one not too far from here. It'll help you out.
You will?
Oh, you're a puppet. You have no option in this. You're coming whether you want it or not.
Sweet. I've been looking all around for it. I just cannot see over anything. It's nothing but leaf piles and, sticks. It's kind of hard to, plop around by yourself all day.
My name is Alban Shingleton. Tell me, strange creature, what is your name?
Who's
I
that
don't have
directed
one.
He just says that.
towards? Strange creature. It's saying the pink curved neck man.
Okay. So what do you do next? Are you trying to walk to the town that Blue knows?
I wasn't sure if you were asking you, him, they, but I'm Lucas.
Well, insult aside, I'm Blue the bear. So, can we get going now? I have work to do today.
He's not blue.
Yeah, he's not blue.
He does seem quite bearish.
So what's a cat?
A
I
cat?
don't know. You'll know it when you see it.
And he'll just look around, seeing a weird trunk. Is that a cat?
No, not that one.
No. And Blue will walk up to that trunk and put an X in it. He's like, that's birch.
So how long to the town?
Just 10, 15 minutes of walking, just this way. And he points in a random direction.
That's a lot of walking.
Well, my dear lumberjack, please lead the way, lead the way.
And he's gonna pick up the puppet because he doesn't want him dragging on the ground.
Free ride.
And he's just gonna kind of hold him like this. He's not gonna put the hand puppet on because that's weird. Just
Yeah, it's a little
holding him like
weird.
this.
That requires consent.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you, Alban, you have a coachman. You do a lot of exercise?
No. He drives my carriage. Oh, you silly boy, silly boy. Yes, I was traveling through the countryside for a bit of fresh air and stopped off to take a little view of the woods. And I think he heard the door close and thought I'd return and just went off.
Why he's given the story, Blue is already heading in the direction, not waiting for you.
Wait up!
Just assuming you're following.
We're
So why do
walking
they
and
call
talking.
you blue if you're not blue?
Because I used to have a blue nose.
Used to.
Yeah. Because I used to eat blueberries all the time. And it made my nose blue. So everybody called me Blue.
What a quaint little country thing.
What do you do? It's weird to see a bird in a hat. And he's kind of poke the hat a bit.
Please, don't mind the accessories. I'm Alban Shingleton of the Shingleton Air family. You clearly have heard of me. I know.
Not at all.
No.
You, being out here in the woods, maybe you haven't heard of me, but when we get to town, everyone will have heard of the Shingletons, I swear.
Maybe. But what does the Shingletons do?
Oh, we manage his business and such, and we have quite a lot of money, so I'll make sure that you're well paid for taking us to town, my good sir. But that's of course as soon as I can find my coachman, because like I said, I just had all my money within the carriage when he took off. So as soon as I find him and my money, I'll be able to pay you back lickety split.
He's
Speaking
Blue's
of
gonna...
shingletons,
Oh, go ahead.
my grandma had shingles a few years ago.
Oh, she did she? Well, my family does get around, so I imagine that she must have met a Shingleton at some point.
Blue's gonna bring the puppet near his head and go, we're not gonna find the coachman.
What's a coachman?
He's kind of like a servant. He drives carriages with horses. But yeah,
Is
he
that
stole
like
his
that
money.
thing on a Ricky thing?
He's-
Kids ride it.
Yeah, kind of like that, only bigger.
Nice. Oh, they come bigger? Oh shit.
Yeah, like I could fit in one.
But
No way.
what about the puppet? How did you get yourself here?
Thanks for holding on, chat. All it needed was a restart. So, as you all are kind of walking through the woods, conversing, there's a light rain pattering on the fallen leaves as you kind of continue to wander aimlessly. But suddenly, the sound of splitting wood breaks that cadence of the rain. What do you do?
Could I tell how far away it is? Like right next to us, or?
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
And it just does it sound like somebody chopping down a tree, or is it just like wood
Less
breaking?
chopping and more splitting, but it does sound intentional.
Would you say that you take a gander?
Okay, do you want to take a gander?
Sure. I mean, what was that again? Let me hold on.
It's
That
a noodle.
is plus noodle.
That's what I needed. So that's a 12.
Okay, so that is a success. So you choose 2 from the list here. You infer something important about the folks who live in the area. Narrator says what it is. You notice an item that piques your interest. Yada yada. You see someone you could help or could help you. Or you notice something dangerous that would be wise to avoid.
I'm gonna go with you notice an item and you see someone you could help or that could help you.
Okay, cool. So as you are looking around to find what the source of this sound was, you end up seeing a man of average height, with very tall boots, dressed in a beekeeper suit, and this grim expression beneath his veil, as he seems to be splitting wood of this tree you would know is an Edelwood blue. You're a lumberjack. I would definitely give that to you. Seeming to be just taking honeycomb from this Edelwood with a bunch of bees just buzzing around.
Okay.
Doesn't seem to have noticed you.
And he's just in a beekeeper suit, just splitting it apart, taking out honeycombs, right?
Mm-hmm. Although, the item, actually, in this scene, I can also give you the item that you see at his feet. You notice a standard axe, but you also notice a lantern with a singular candle inside.
Blue. Would Blue know who this person is?
Not necessarily. You've kind of seen what looks like a lantern wandering about at night sometimes, but not particularly knowing this person, though.
Okay. He's just gonna hand the puppet to the kid and have him hold it, and he's just gonna start walking towards the guy, kind of not being quiet about it, so he's like, he knows he's coming up. And
Are we not going to town? Are we asking him for directions?
Well, he may know where your guy is or seen your cat, so it doesn't hurt to ask.
See if you've seen gazpacho.
It's gazpacho.
It's a type of soup.
No. I mean,
Is it
maybe?
good soup?
What is soup?
You're so silly. Garbanzo is a bean.
So yeah, he's gonna come up purposely making noises as he goes through the brush, so the guy is aware that he's there.
Sure. In the first couple steps that you take, he turns around very quickly. Who goes there? You.
It's Blue, the bear. I am a talking bear. No need to be alarmed. It's all right. I'm not a threat to you unless you're a salmon. just a bear joke.
I mean, to be
It's a
fair, he does
salmon.
have honey.
He looks out. I'm not a salmon, I can tell you that. You're blue. Who are the rest of you? Why is there a child in these woods?
He's looking for his cat, and that's why we stopped to ask you to see if you'd seen it at all to get him home.
A cat, no, but he needs to go home as soon as possible. Do you not know the fiend lurks about these woods?
A fiend?
The fiend.
Never heard of it. Been these wood years. Never heard of a fiend.
He lurks through the darkness unseen, singing his mournful melody. He is a danger. He's a danger to children. You definitely need to get this child out of these woods immediately. You are more lost than you know.
I mean, I know the woods fairly well, sir. I live out here, so I don't think I'm lost. He's lost for sure, but he needs his cat, and that fancy-looking guy needs his. What was his name?
My coachman.
His coachman. I don't know what the puppet wants, but
Gazpacho!
I told you, he wants soup.
yeah, whatever that is. Oh, look, just we're going to town. It's not too far, anyways. But if you see anything, let us know, and I'll keep an eye out for this fiend. And he kind of.
Beware.
Oh, go ahead.
No, Jesus, yes, beware. Definitely go north. Go north. There's a town.
Oh,
Pardon me, sir. It's pronounced bear, not beware. Though if you're speaking French, I can understand.
What's
You
French?
jest, but again, there's danger in these woods.
It's the language.
let's see.
And
So I'm gonna kind of cause some mischief. I want to take that lantern.
Okay.
I was gonna ask to make a friend.
Okay.
Different type of people. I'll let you go first.
Okay, yeah, let's roll to make a friend real fast.
The Adventures of Steely.
I want to steal stuff.
We're here to burgle your lantern.
I want to steal.
Okay,
Then
what?
I add my mush to the roll, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I rolled a 9, add 1, so that's a 10.
Okay, so that is a full success. On a 10 plus, they respond well to your friendly advances. Choose one. They give you a gift. They tell you important information or gain one wish.
I'm gonna just because of me, I'm gonna say telling me some important information. So I'll just go up there like, my good man, we're just lost travelers along the woods, trying to find our way through the town. Tell me, I know that you said there's a fiend out here, but please, anything you can tell us to help us along our way would be most appreciated.
He lurks in the shadows. You must not travel at night. But I'm glad that you are taking my warning seriously, that you are heeding it, because it is very important. It is very important that you do so. Now, it is starting to get dark. Would you like to go to the abandoned homestead that I found? I've just been doing my work, and he points to the various honeycombs that he's kind of gathered into this bucket. Like I have to boil these honeycombs into wax to keep this this candle lit. The fiend does not like light. He's the opposite.
Oh, well, if you're offering room and accommodations, I'm sure we could stay the night for the moment. Dear me, I worry about my poor coachman all alone out there at night with just my money. But what say you, fellows? Should we take him up on his kind offer?
What was your name?
Most these days, just call me the beekeeper.
And can we see his face through the
Yeah, I mean
beekeepers?
it's a little opaque, but I mean he just looks
Okay.
like a middle-aged man. Like,
All right. Oh, I mean, town is still not too far off, but I guess we can get there tomorrow. It is late.
Tomorrow, no, I gotta get home.
Where is your home, sir? And what was your name again?
Lucas, and home is home. Back where home is.
We could find home in the morning then.
Home is where your hat is what my dad used to say.
I don't know. My mom might get mad.
Nah. I mean, which would she be more mad at? You being home late or not coming home with your cat?
Well, the second one.
So I think we should find the cat. And then she'll be happy you found the cat, not mad that you were late.
Wait, is his mom the fiend?
Sometimes she can act like one, but she's okay.
Also, what's a mom?
Something you don't have.
I mean, but what is it?
Well, I'll explain it when you're older.
Well,
Okay.
I would say to talk about the birds and the bees, but I'm here and there's the bees. Alban, you are a silly little thing.
Yeah, I think with that, we're gonna follow the woodsman.
okay. So yeah, if you agree to walk towards the homestead with him, you'll notice that the entire homestead itself just consists of a house and then a barn nearby. Once you go into the house, there's dust and cobwebs that kind of cover the inside of it. There's not really any light except for the lantern that is now spilling candlelight over the bearskin rug. This house looks as if it was abandoned pretty quickly. Many things are left behind. There are still furnishings around. Things including photos of a family. It's a mother, a father, 4 children, and 2 cats. He goes off into the kitchen, mumbling about heading north. They need to leave these woods if they still can. It's their candle to burn.
So what color is the rug? This
The
is
rug?
important.
It's brown. It's a brown bearskin rug.
Like you just see I don't have one, just like looking at the rug, looking back at Blue. Just
Yeah, I know. I caught it too. Mr. Keeper of the Bees, beekeeper man, how do you know the fiend?
I've run into him before. He's very dangerous. I was entrusted with this lantern to keep him away. This is my candle to burn.
Just so we know, what does the fiend look like then?
Few have seen his true form. He is pretty much of pure shadow, and has very translucent eyes with no irises, no pupil, just a pure white beacon of eyes. And these antlers that just continue to grow into oblivion.
Dear me.
He is not one to trifle with.
It's a good thing we're safe in here, right?
right?
Yeah, we can hide in
Mhm.
all the dirt and dust. And apparently Blue's friend, who's sleeping on the floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
He's
just
gonna
sleeping.
he's gonna shoot a look to the woodsman with that and just like poor taste.
Beekeeper. He's the beekeeper.
Beekeeper, thank you. Sorry.
Point of order. The completely original character.
Are we will the fiend come tonight? I mean, how if the lantern, where do we keep it?
Well, I always keep it nearby as I'm continuing to make more wax as we speak. We will be safe as long as uh, the fiend does not get a hold of this lantern.
What if he
How
does?
much how much is in, like, how is it a full candle? Is it kind of, like part ways melted?
I mean, it's not about to go out by any means. It looks pretty stocked. You get the sense that just based on how wary this beekeeper is, he's probably just like continuing to make wax out of an abundance of caution.
Oh. I guess we'll all just sleep in here then. You make more wax and keep the room lit.
Or yeah, is there anything else you all are doing in the house? Are you looking closer at anything, or are you just let's go to bed?
I do want to look at the picture of the family though to see if he's in it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Or this is
Tell you
something else.
what, just for kind of a general look around the house and looking at particular things, let's do another take a gander.
Okay. So that's a 9.
Ooh, okay, so mixed success, I believe. You get to pick one out of the list. Yes, you get to choose one. So, inferring something important about the folks who live in the area, yada yada. Notice an item, you see someone you could help you, or you know something dangerous that it would be wise to avoid.
I'm gonna infer something important about the folks who live in the area.
Okay. So like I said, this place definitely looks like it was left in kind of a hurry or just very suddenly. Looking closer at the picture, this family definitely looks like they lived there for a while. You're not entirely sure by like the head shape and like the hair color or anything of the beekeeper, just because he has that hood on, still the veil. Um, but you could definitely like, see similarities in maybe the facial structure between that and one of the younger children. You're not entirely sure.
He'll hold up the picture. He's like, "Is this you in it?" Like points to the child he thinks is him.
Long ago, yes.
What happened here? Why is it abandoned?
Well, as time goes by, um, children move out, parents pass away, but I keep this homestead.
It's your candle to burn.
It is
Showing. I
just
don't have
as
one. Oh, I'm so sorry.
yeah, just as getting this one home seems to be everyone's candle to burn here.
And he'll kind of look at the bearskin rug for a moment and just lay on it and just prepare to go to just like let out a sigh as he goes to just all right. Then he'll just curl up and start going to sleep.
Anybody else thinks this is a little morbid?
But he's just sleeping with a friend.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I don't have one. A picture of one of the family cats pictures on the wall, and say, "That's a cat."
That one?
It's one of many types of cats.
There's more than one.
Shapes, sizes, colors.
Neat.
Indeed.
I hope everyone has a good night, and hopefully the fiend stays away tonight. Yes, far, far away, far away. I hope my coachman's
Nervous.
okay.
He's probably living the high life.
Oh, no, he's just the coachman. He can't spend any of my money.
Why not?
Because it's mine. That would be robbery.
What if he was a
Okay.
highwayman?
He's not a highwayman, he's a coachman.
I mean, same difference. Just one's not robbing you and the other one does.
I'm just saying, he's a coachman, not a highwayman, so therefore he's just there with my coach. He's probably realized his mistake and is just going around the woods calling out for me anytime.
You seem pretty caught on about the coachman. I'm gonna go over to Alban and try to console him.
Okay.
Use the console action to help him relax. Let's see. Let's roll this. I got a 9, which is a success.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gain 1 wish, mark 1 XP, and then I gain a friendship towards you, but
You get to choose one.
Yeah, so one of them.
Aw, boo.
Yes, it's not that powerful, unfortunately.
Actually, if you got a 10, then you would get all 3.
Yeah. Let's gain a friendship. My mom taught me this. I'm gonna press my thumbs between his temples and just rub.
Oh, oh man, that's very nice. Ooh, it's very relaxing.
Don't worry, we'll find your money and your coachman.
Thank you. I do feel a little bit better at that. Thank you, Lucas.
Anytime.
Alban will have just kind of this, like a calm expression, like this. He probably has been wound up for a while. We'll just kind of relax for a moment.
Decades of stress now melting off of him. The first time ever.
Oh, man. Well, okay. If you all are kind of just bedding down for the night, just kind of throughout the night, just spending your time around this lantern, you definitely hear like what sounds like the slamming of doors upstairs towards what you would guess is maybe the attic, but you didn't see anyone up there, and the beekeeper looks just as surprised as you all. Kind of like looking kind of at just the edge of that candlelight glimmer, you see that there's more of an abundance of webs and cobwebs up there. But yeah, the beekeeper doesn't seem to go up there or try to do anything about it.
Shouldn't someone check on that?
Oh yeah, hold on, I got this. And he'll just be like super loud, "Hey, people are trying to sleep. I don't know what it means. They want quiet."
Is there anything in particular you're trying to do with that, like any move, or are you just... It's fine if you're not. This is very good.
No,
Yeah.
because it's nothing like physical. I guess the closest would be cause mischief.
I mean, that's okay. Like, again, like, you don't have to use moves or anything like that. I was just asking if you had something in mind. But cool. As you're yelling that, there seems to be, like, more Yeah, a little bit more slamming, but also just like it does sound like there's some type of skittering going up there too.
I think we should go upstairs.
Yeah, Blue for a moment. He's gonna look around for like something long and find a broom and just like poke the attic ceiling a bit.
Okay. So are you going up the stairs then?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
like to get reach of it.
Yeah, again, like you see that there's an abundance of webs that you did not see on the bottom floor. The shadows of them growing longer in this lantern light. You kind of poke what you would guess is the attic, or at least the pull string of where the attic might be. And the skittering, and then like this unsettling, like small giggle kind of emits from him. There's as
Um,
you notice there are more spider webs kind of attaching from the actual like drawstring door itself to various doors going to different rooms in the second floor. As there's a pull on one of them, and then that door slams.
all this dust and laughing doesn't sound good.
No, they're being loud.
Uh, Going further up because of the amount of cobwebs, Blue's gonna flip the broom over, and he's just gonna like start swatting them off the walls and just like start actually like cleaning up the cobwebs just so he can get through.
while he's doing that, I would like to use my special move with perk up.
Okay.
So my heightened sense makes me aware of something non-critters can't perceive. So I make a noodle check.
Okay.
7 and I add 10.
Okay.
So I successfully pick up on something and have advantage on the next move I make on an attempt regarding it.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of like looking around at this like kind of smart mechanism going on between the attic door and all the other doors. Like this was definitely constructed to play pranks on people and just like try to scare people. And you listen more to the giggling and the uh, skittering of what sounds like you're listening to it more. It sounds like a lot more than just 2 feet, even though it does sound like one being is probably up there. And the weight of that skittering and the pitch of that sound does not seem to match at all.
There's something off about that. Whatever's up here. Maybe it's best to leave it to its own devices.
As you say that, and Blue's just batting away, like dust in his face, cobwebs now on him. He's like, we're gonna finish this real quick. And he's just like further making his way towards like the hatch for the attic.
Okay. So yeah, you easily enough can open the attic. And as you kind of look in towards it, there are webs just everywhere. It's honestly hard to see any of the walls. The rafters themselves are a little easier to see, but there's just so much hanging from all of it. And yeah, what are you all doing as you are going up there?
Who's slamming those doors?
Perhaps we could talk this out and consider other plans, aka talk it out action.
Yeah, you're feeling anxious. You want to try that? Okay, I'll allow it.
7 plus 3 on mush is a 10. So I
Okay.
talk myself out of worry in the process, and I remove the not relevant harm. No harm is done so far, but okay, never mind, never mind. Blue is strong. Blue is strong. Blue is kind. He is smart. He is strong.
Blue's gonna grab the puppet and like put him through the attic to look around and just kind of like periscope him.
Okay. This mundanely at least, I don't have one. You see the same things. You could take a gander to see something more if you wanted, or you could just go up there. It's up to you.
I don't have a choice in this matter.
So are you
Of going up
gandering?
there.
Are you gonna take a gander?
So I guess I will take a gander.
Okay.
I got a 7.
Okay, so mixed success. That's good. So yeah, you get to choose one of that list.
Yeah, we'll go with you see someone you could help or that could help you.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay.
Spider people.
So, you are looking up through all of these webs and this intricately woven, like almost crystalline forms of this, or almost like more of a lattice form of this construction to be traps, to be pranks. And you see what looks like maybe a figure in a rocking chair, way back in the corner, just absolutely encased in web.
Ah, gross.
You know, bring it back
The
down.
giggling grows again.
What'd you see up there?
Someone's all webbed up in a chair.
Were they alive? Are they the one laughing?
I don't know.
He's gonna raise him back up. He's like, all right, I'm gonna bring you to him. Which way were they? And he's gonna kind of rear his hand back as if to throw him. It's like left
No,
or
not
right.
that way. That
And he's like rotating him to get him to the right spot
right there.
and just chuck him.
Oh dear.
Ah!
Looks like one of you decided to join the party.
There's a
And I
party?
don't have one. You look up as towards the rafters, there is a rather large spider that is just entirely one texture. It looks like just complete shadow, but instead of the normal 8 eyes you would see on a spider, there are just these 8 beacons of just absence of darkness, just where it has to see.
Oh, hey, you're having a party?
Okay, is anyone doing anything else?
Did you just throw him?
He'll be fine. He's a toy.
Oh,
And
no,
Blue
sir, he
will
has
like pick himself up to look into it to see what's going on. He's fine. He's a toy. What's the worst that could happen?
Sir, he's a conscious being.
How do I know one of you aren't a ventriloquist?
Well, I'm talking with my mouth, so
I mean, talk out of the side of your mouth too.
mouths don't have sides, silly.
It's like here, and he'll kind of like pull himself up to where it's like his arms and head in to look in to see what's happening.
Yeah, at this point, you see a large, shadowy spider just standing over this hand puppet that is saying, a toy will be a nice addition to this collection.
As she's saying that,
Oh.
he's gonna dip back down, pull up the broom, and throw the broom at the spider.
Okay. Cool.
Full
Yeah,
story,
this
bro.
looks like it is it's going to be a particular move because this is a shadow. It is it's under the fiend moves actually. So when you are confronted by the fiend or a shadow in this case, I'll say, you roll minus fear.
Okay. So, and right now I don't have any fear, right? As far as I know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, that is 9.
Okay. So, partial success. Um, okay. Cool. It will offer you something you want in exchange for. Choose one. Private and potentially harmful information on another player. Um, acceptance of a private mission or sabotage, or destruction of a sentimental item. So yeah, just already kind of like in web, the spider has your friend, and says, "I'll give him back if you give something in return."
What?
He's gonna look down and look at the peacock. So, you got anything we can give them?
All my stuff is in my carriage.
I mean, you've got a cane, that monocle, that hat. They might like that hat. What's it made
Sir,
of?
this hat has been in my family for generations.
He's gonna look over to the kid. You got anything?
Better hurry.
I got the string, and I'm not giving away the collar.
And with that, he's just gonna take off his beanie and chuck it. He's like, at her. And he's like, it's made of nice silk.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Would that be a sentimental item? The blue?
Yes.
I'll just ask.
It is.
Yeah, and I totally forgot to read this. But rejecting the offer gives +1 fear. But if you're fine with this proceeding how it is narratively,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. You throw the beanie, and she sees that look in your eye. As you're doing so, it says, good. And we'll kind of yeet the hand puppet back. And with that same unsettling giggle, we'll scurry out the attic window and just kind of disappear into the night.
So much for that lantern.
Oh, I mean, the lantern kept it out everywhere else, just not the attic. So she's out of the attic now, right?
Yeah, she's out of the attic.
Okay.
She's throwing parties up here.
With that, Blue's gonna fully go up into the attic. 1, get the broom. 2, pick up the puppet. And then 3, look at the body that was wrapped in webs that he was talking about earlier.
Okay. Yeah. Once you kind of clear everything out, everything gets a lot clearer. And it's this pretty small rocking chair that is completely painted over white. And it looks like once you kind of take the webs off, it just looks like a doll of some kind. No sentience. It's just a doll.
What's its eyes look like?
They're glass. They're blue.
It's one of those creepy dolls that follows you across the room.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Or once you kind of as you were taking off the webs and everything, it's one of those that if you lay it down, the eyelids close.
Oh.
God, those are
Let's
like
see
the
if you blink.
worst.
And just the hand puppet being like, "Oh, I hate those dolls."
They always creep me out.
So he'll take both the rocking chair and the doll. He'll first like toss the hand puppet down towards little Lucas.
Oh, hold on.
Just
Uh,
and then he's gonna lower both the rocking chair and the doll down.
Yeah. And you'll notice, like once they are down, that these are pretty well made. Including carved in the bottom of that chair, and just kind of like on the back, like where the neck of the doll is. It looks like the seal that at least your toy friend would probably know.
Is it gazpacho's?
It is.
Oh shit!
Gazpacho. So a soup put a seal on this?
No, gazpacho made us.
You were made by soup?
Were you not?
No, I was made by my mom.
But people make gazpacho.
Do
Well-
I know of a toy store or toy creator known as Gazpacho?
I'm sorry. What?
Do I know like the creator, like the name Gazpacho? Does that ring a bell to the
Oh.
human?
That seems pretty unfamiliar to you.
And he's like,
Huh.
well, if you like lift me up, you can see the stamp underneath.
Oh,
It's like a void space. Like you could just like, he's like a hand puppet. Like you could put your hand over him, but yeah, you see like a little stamp underneath.
how do you work? Yeah, Gazpacho. That's Gazpacho. You're Gazpacho.
If
He,
he's
we, gazpacho.
if this gazpacho is a toy maker, I'm sure once we get my cart back, we'll be able to find out who he is and return him to you.
Oh, good. I've been looking for him.
So, and he's got to hold the doll he found upstairs by the leg and kind of shake. He's like, so why doesn't this one talk?
I didn't make her. Him,
But
her,
Gazpacho
it.
did. Gazpacho made you.
Well, I didn't. I don't know his ways.
Donnie, cause I don't have one. Donnie here. I gave you a name. Sorry.
I already
Maybe
have a
Donnie
name.
Special. You don't have a name.
Yeah, I don't have one.
Yeah, you don't have one, Donnie.
That's the name.
Donnie, your name, because you don't have
No,
one.
I don't have one.
Yeah, I know you don't have one. Which is
I
why
think
you're
we're
named
getting
Donnie
confused here. I don't think this is working out right.
Don't worry, Donnie. I got you. You're special.
More ways than one.
Does that mean we're friends?
And with that, he's just going to continue down the stairs. The rocking chair, not acknowledging
I'm
it.
taking that as a yes.
Silence speaks volumes.
He's gonna set the doll by the beekeeper and set the rocking chair in the corner of the room and just collapse into it.
Does it?
Is it a prop chair and it's just like
Yeah, it's well made, but not that well made.
Are you okay, friend? New friend?
It's just he is out. Like the second he touched the chair, he was asleep.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you would like to do for tonight?
I'm good for now.
What's the beekeeper doing?
He looked horrified just the entire time. He was kind of at the bottom of the stairs, axe in hand, ready to fight off anything that came by the lantern. But that's about it. He's kind of settled back as you all came down, and
What's his reaction to the doll?
there's recognition. He knows that it is something that was probably in the house. Just yeah, it's a little sorrow. There's a tinge of sorrow in his expression.
All right. Good night.
As Blue is just in the broken chair, splayed out on the floor, just passed out.
I'm coming for you, Luna.
Okay. And with that, we pan to the next day. Let me get this spooky music out of the way for chat. Go back to our happy music. Yeah, and going to our happy scene on the overlay. As you continue to wake up, the lantern is still lit, and the dawn is greeting you at this point. What would you all like to do?
With like drool running down the side of his head, he's just gonna snap his head up. Ugh, it's a terrible chair. And just like kick himself up off the floor.
Yeah, just
good,
pieces
you're awake.
around.
And he's gonna go up to the beekeeper. Are they still awake?
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, it's daytime now. Do you still have to keep it lit?
There's always darkness around, even if it is the daytime. So yes, I always keep it lit.
But, well, at least we made it to morning. Perhaps we could get to town before next nightfall.
Gotta eat first. Never start your day on an empty stomach.
What?
Yeah, I'll make you some wool or something. I don't know. That's what puppets eat, right?
I don't think so.
Try it. Maybe you'll like it. He's gonna ask the beekeeper, do you have a kitchen?
Down that way, and he points to where he had gone before to boil more of the honeycomb. So yeah, it's pretty functional. There's not really anything fresh around. Looks like there are cans of what may have been preserves at some point. Some flour maybe. There's not a whole lot going on.
He's gonna go outside and see if there's like any animals around.
Sure. I mean, there's some wildlife around. There's birds, deer, rabbit. You know these woods.
So he's gonna walk up to the deer, and I'm gonna use my critter move, Commune with Nature.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attempt to gain intel assistance from a forest animal. So that is an 11. So that's on a success. You can communicate with them, and they have valuable skills or information to share. And so I'm gonna go up to the deer. I'm like, hey, do you know of a local farm around here where I get some milk and eggs?
He seems taken aback at first that there's this bear walking up to talk to him. Says closer to Morning Gate. I mean, it's a little further away. But if you're looking for something to eat, there are lots of mushrooms and stuff around.
With the mention of mushrooms, it's like very unsettled by it and unhappy with it. Like, no, you can't start the day with mushrooms. It's got to be pancakes. That's the way to start a day.
Yeah,
Got flour, milk and eggs.
You'll probably be up to Morning Gate by afternoon at that point, but that's kind of the closest.
I shouldn't ask this, but do you know if there are blueberries nearby?
Yeah, I can smell them, and he just kind of leads you over to a bush that has a bunch of blueberries on it.
And he initially goes to grab his hat and like misses it like right, and so untucks his shirt to make like a satchel and just starts picking up the blueberries and getting them all with it, and then bringing them back. It's like, well, it's been a long time, but at least this is something for us. Beekeeper, I'm gonna take your flour. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's fine.
And then onto the kitchen table area, he's just gonna dump all the blueberries and like take the flour with him, but he's not gonna use it for the blueberries. Like, all right, guys, start eating. And then from his shirt, he's going to grab a string of wool and cut it with a cloth, and then give it to the puppet. Just so he has something.
Yeah, it has nowhere to go.
Maybe you're putting it in the wrong hole. Who knows?
And he's just. What?
Yeah, you'll find out later. Anyways, eat up. It'll take us noon apparently to get to the nearest farm. So
This certainly isn't the 5-star breakfast I'm used to, but I understand. We're in the middle of nowhere.
You can eat stars?
Oh, it's a rating for restaurants. They give it a rating of 1 star to 5 stars, with 5 being the best.
does the type of star matter? Like, if it's Orion's belt, is it a better star?
Well, that's a very interesting question. But see, the way it works at the gastronomical center, he just starts rambling on about, fancy foods.
All the while, just Blue is every now and again just taking a claw, eating a single blueberry at a time, just kind of like lost in half of this, but paying attention. And he's gonna look at Lucas, who hasn't really said or eaten anything, and just be like, "Well, you don't like blueberries?"
Oh, no, it was like, like, I didn't have any dinner. Hungry.
Did you not get any Halloween candy? This is out of character. I'm just asking.
No, he his little backpack, which serves also as like part of like the legs for the spider costume, is empty because he was about to go when he noticed that his cat went missing, and so he had to dip. So sadly, no candy.
Yeah, just blueberries.
I don't have one. Just gonna like take his mouth over, just like he's just been chewing on like this wool. Just it doesn't work. Just gonna kind of give it to Lucas.
The wool. Use the floss. Hank, it's working.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to eat it.
No.
Is he using it in the wrong hole?
He's using it differently. We'll find something for you to eat.
And then it goes into the 5-star gastronomical, which is really a fascinating stuff. Now,
So what I'm getting is, I want to eat at a restaurant that's rated like the Big Dipper.
yes, that's a good way to put it.
Okay.
As my grandpa said, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so we probably want to get headed out.
Yeah, in which this case,
that's the same, right?
yeah, the beekeeper is fully getting ready to go out and collect more honeycomb, presumably. This is Lucas here is right. There's a town. There's a town to go north. Go up that way and get out of these woods as soon as you can, if you can.
Thank you for the hospitality, good sir. I would tip you, but of course I'm out of cash at the moment. But don't worry, I'll remember your name. Beekeeper? Yeah, beekeeper.
No tip necessary. Just get this one home and get yourselves home to wherever you belong.
As everybody's kind of taken a few steps out or into the yard, he's gonna look at the beekeeper and say, "I know what those trees are. You need to be careful with them." And head out.
Yeah, there's
There's
that flicker of recognition, and also some fear in his eyes as you say that. And as you turn away, he just picks back up his axe and his bucket for carrying is work. You all continue forward. The weather's nicer today. There's no rain, but it's still overcast. You all trudge through the woods, and as you do so, you notice a poster nailed to a nearby tree. As you get closer and look at it, it has an illustration on it of a masked man in a top hat that is standing next to a magic box. It reads, underneath the illustration, a being from another world, Thurston, surname redacted, is here to show you the wonders of magic and the powers of the wood that could all be yours with a little practice and upfront payment, only in Lonebury.
Oh wow. I can't read.
Was Loneberry the place where the farm was?
No, Morning Gate was the place where the farm was. So, you're not entirely sure where Lonebury is, but the show, at least on this poster, is dated for 2 days from now. And further up the path, you see a sign, but it doesn't seem to have Lonebury on it. It seems to have Morning Gate.
Okay. Just keep that in mind. Wonder what payment he takes. Do you think he takes money, or does he take wood? That's how I pay for everything, is in wood.
Well, he clearly would take money.
I mean, have you ever had a wooden nickel? They're pretty nice.
Maybe he will trade sheep for wood.
But we don't have any sheep.
Other way around then.
Wood for sheep? I mean, but you don't eat wool, so why would we need sheep?
Why do you need wood?
I mean, I'm a lumberjack. It's my job.
But why?
Oh, I wish we had a candle of our own.
Yeah. I mean, we could always go back and take his.
Oh, that wouldn't be too nice.
Well, we've already gone a long way. I'm sure we could find one in this, what was the name of the town? Morningwood?
Yeah.
We will find one there.
So yeah, he's gonna keep making his way towards the town, kind of checking his pockets to see if he has any wooden nickels on him, because he's planning on buying some eggs and milk so he can make pancakes for the next day.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you all continue down this path past the sign that says Morning Gate. You're expecting a clearing at some point where you'd find a town, presumably. But instead, you are met with a series of ladders and footholds that are traveling up the trees. As you look up to see what's going on with that, this part of the town is actually part of the woods. It's a crafty and clever hollow dotted with makeshift shacks and trembling tree houses, some creepy cottages in there, and wobbling warehouses held together with string, rusty nails, and seemingly whatever else they could find. Many buildings are connected with precarious suspension bridges hanging from the branches of the tall trees above. And then you notice the citizens of all kinds, whether critter, more humanoid looking, some almost plant-like, are effortlessly swinging on the ropes, climbing on those ladders, and otherwise traversing the locations despite the hazardous environment. And kind of take this in for another minute or so. You notice that none of them are touching the ground at all. They seem to be making sure to avoid ever touching the ground. What would you like to do?
I'd kind of like to take a gander at the ground specifically.
Okay, go ahead and take a gander.
The floor is lava.
That's a 12.
A 12. Okay, so yeah, full success. So yeah, you get to choose 2 from the list there.
So I'm going to notice an item and notice something dangerous.
Okay. So in terms of anything dangerous, there isn't too much dangerous that you notice, but you do notice at the ground level there seem to be more shacks and things like that that are very similar to what's in the canopy, but they are entirely vacant right now. And looking a little closer, you notice that between some of them and just kind of around, there are multiple headstones as well. All of the people in the canopy seem to be just avoiding. They are not touching the ground at all. In terms of an item that you notice, let's see. This is actually the next part of it. You describe what it is, and the narrator describes how it's not quite in reach.
All right, it is going to be a full glass of milk, just like the milkman would bring you, that kind of.
Okay.
Oh
The jar.
god. Just sitting out, huh?
Just
Sitting
sitting out in the
getting
bottom of
stanked
the
up.
forest. And it
All
is
chunky.
it's
and-
very much not in reach, or at least by the standards of not seeming like it's okay to be walking around on the ground.
He's kind of look around for a second. Just go. It's free milk then. It's free milk. It's gonna kind of like jostle a couple of the wooden nickels he has. Look at the milk. Just go. It's free milk.
Oh.
And he's gonna pocket the nickels and just start walking towards the milk.
Okay. As you walk towards the milk, you notice there are a couple people that are in the canopy that just look down with these like absolutely shocked expressions. They're not doing anything. There's just a couple people pointing, just absolute shock that you're doing this. But nothing in particular seems to be happening at the moment. No threats are kind of jumping out. It just looks very unnerving. Not super okay. There's a kind of this feel as if you've done something incredibly wrong. It's incredibly disrespectful.
Mr. Beware,
yeah,
Mr.
Yeah, it's a very strong sense of dread. I'm just gonna give you one fear for that.
Okay.
But you're able to get back.
The milk is perfectly cold. Don't
That
know
is
how. It's
terrifying.
It's the
It's-
exact temperature you want milk to be.
Okay.
It's suspicious as shit.
He's gonna come back while like feeling this dread though. He's like, free milk, and just continue back to the group. He's like, yeah, we got milk. We're halfway there.
What do you do with that?
Oh, you could drink it. Well, you can't, but I
What?
could.
We're supposed to be friends. What do you mean I can't drink
I mean,
it?
he'll open it and like open the puppet's mouth a bit and just pour a bit in. Like, see?
Refreshing.
Yeah, it goes about how you would expect.
See, you can't, and he's just gonna recork it, and then he's gonna go to the kid because he saw he has like the backpack and put it in the kid's backpack.
Don't forget the zip.
Oh yeah, and like you could hear like his claws like kind of trying to grip it, and he gets it, and finally.
During this time, Alban's gonna try to go up and wave someone down. Gonna try to attempt to make a friend.
Okay. Sure. Are you just waving from the forest floor? Are you going up there?
I figured I'll head up there since that's where people are. He
Okay.
doesn't want to yell.
Okay, cool. If you want to roll to make a friend, then let's do that.
That's an 8.
Ooh, okay, so mixed success. Going back, I am juggling so many tabs right now.
So I get to choose. They're hesitant but can be convinced to be your friend. I have to choose one. They either ask you to make an unbreakable promise, or they require a valuable gift in exchange for their friendship. Let's make it interesting. Let's go with an unbreakable promise.
Okay. So yeah, as you all are kind of going up into the canopy and seeing the various platforms and citizens traveling between them, one that strikes your attention, you kind of get his attention as well, is a portly-looking possum that has a cart just full of lovely fruit pastries. And he says, "Hey there, new folk."
You, dear merchant, forgive my intrusion, but we're out of town and we're currently looking for a few things. I wonder if you might be able to assist us.
Perhaps, I saw your friend down there, walk, into, the hallowed ground. It's nothing that anyone in our town would do, so I could tell that you were new immediately.
Oh,
But, what is it that you need?
well, I'm looking for my carriage, men and carriage. The little boy here, he's looking for home, wherever that is. This little fella, I don't remember his name.
I don't have one.
He's looking for soup. And what is it that you're looking for, Mr. Beware?
To get you folks out of my woods.
And he's looking to get rid of us.
Well, some of those seem readily doable, but others a little more vague. Yeah, I don't have soup, but you see, I have all these lovely pastries here, and they look, again, just very well done. It's like, now, if I'd help point you in this direction, would you perhaps put in a good word for me? I feel like I know where this carriage might be, or maybe the direction is in, but it's in a place that I definitely need a good word. If you wouldn't mind.
Well, as you may know, I am Alban Shingleton, so my word is as good as gold. So if you need a good word, good man, and help me out, I will definitely put in a good word for you.
Well, it's a pleasure, Alban Shingleton. My name is Levi Tattenbaum. And he kind of adjusts the straw hat that he has on his head. Yes, the only place that I've seen carriages is over at the castle on the hill. Would have to find a way to get there. Our construction crew is currently having a lot of trouble, it seems like, and he points over to this large crew of little construction worker ants that are seemingly trying to build a much longer bridge than all of the other ones, from one tree to the other. And I have a cat that's choosing violence. I'll be right back. I don't know if you all heard that.
I think we found your cat.
Well,
Yeah,
I
if
find one
only.
as soon.
If only. Headphones are still in. Yeah, she needs to make a choice to stay out, please. But yeah, you see as these construction ants are having a hell of a time trying to build this bridge. They set one plank down, it just seems to fall right through. And they seem to be running out of planks as they are all falling to the forest floor, and they seemingly cannot get them.
So we just need to build the bridge and get to the castle, correct?
easier said than done. We're running out of a lot of supplies, but ideally, yes.
And then I just need to put in a word with the castle keeper. Is that correct?
Yes, if you would, I would love to get the chef's accolade for all of these lovely treats. And there seems to be a wedding happening soon, and I would love to cook for it.
May I sample one so I can give him honest feedback?
By all means. Yeah, there are different pies and danishes, and yeah, you have your pick.
Okay. And he'll motion for his friends to have one if that's okay with him.
Yeah.
So he'll eat the pastry and be like, quite delicious. Yes, delicious, I would say. Yes, my good man. I definitely will put in a good word with the castle keep for you, Mr. Levin Strap-on, was it?
Tattenbaum.
Tattenbaum, yes, of course.
Okay.
Good lord.
There are children here. Anybody know how to fix the bridge?
I mean, so before looking at the bridge, Blue is smelling the pastries, and there's one that stands out to him. And if you've ever seen like bears actively sniff something that they're interested, just right above it, and he's getting like licking his chops from the drool because it's just a blueberry pie, and he's just like. He looks at the guy. He goes like, I'll make a deal with you. Those ants are having trouble with the bridge. I know how to fix it. I can have this pie, the whole thing.
By all means.
Oh. The second he says by all means, that pie is like destroyed, crumbs flying to the side, just making a mess.
Mr. Beware. Manners, good sir. I know it's delicious.
Oh, I needed something more than just blueberries today. Oh, it feels so good to have food again. And at that point, you see his nose just covered in blue. And he's gonna go over to one of the ants and look at the wood they're using for a moment. Just kind of knock on it, toss it around, and he's like, well, no wonder you can't build this bridge. You're using heavy wood.
I mean,
You
that's
gotta...
all we can get. And they're like, these little ants are just looking at you. That's the best that we can do.
I just want them to have a Brooklyn accent now. This is all we got.
This is all we got.
I wish I could try. Hey, I'm building here.
I'm building here.
What, we made out of light wood?
So look, heavy wood like this will never build a bridge. No wonder. He's and with that, can I take a gander to see if I could see any trees that would be a lighter wood?
Sure, yeah. I'll count that towards like kind of the helping like building stuff, because I don't think there are really any like particular moves that would help with this. So I'll just like do a kind of a montage.
I figured take a gander was the looking. So. Yeah. Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I was gonna say there's the genius plan one. It's under the additional rules.
That is a 10. Oh, we could do genius plan. That's also. I think that'll come next because we find the resource first, and then make a plan to get it. But that was a 10 exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Tell you what. I'll let you choose between take a gander and a genius plan if you want to read that out.
Actually, I guess the genius plans is supposed to be used infrequently and typically is used for the climax with dealing with large threats.
Okay. So maybe not. Okay. Good to know, because I've just been like,
quick
six
skimming.
seems fine for the purposes of a one shot. Okay. Okay. So with the 10, you get to choose 2 from that list.
I'm gonna go with, I guess in the terms of an item, I would go with that and like trying to find the proper trees for them to look for, or bamboo or things like that. The other one, I'm gonna infer something important about the folks who live in the area.
Okay. So, yeah. So first of all, kind of looking for the items. Since you were looking for a probably lighter wood, we'll just say that. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna take a decent amount of like climbing to actually get to some of these, or at least have like branches big enough to like make planks, or at least make some type of maybe just pushing a full branch over one place to the other. Um, it'll just probably take some climbing to do. But yeah, and in terms of the folks around here, um, they don't seem like they're like incredibly uh, organized by any one person in this setting. It seems like they are perhaps getting directions or occasional rulings from something outside, perhaps the castle on the hill, but there doesn't seem to be much ruling on their behalf.
So, with seeing those, he's gonna pull out the nickels again, and each nickel is made of a different wood. And so he's gonna kind of like sort through it, and he's like, "So this is the wood you're using." And he's gonna hold the nickel, and he's gonna drop it and see how fast it drops. He's like, "All right, this."
Don't let it crush me.
And then he's gonna go to the tree he slides, like those over there, up there, these, and it kind of just floats like a feather down. Like, this is the wood you need. And they're all the way over there, though.
God, that's gonna take days for these little legs to walk over there.
Oh. He's gonna look back. You have to go to the castle, right? Why do we need to go to the castle again?
They said my carriage was there. Which would make sense. My coachman would probably see a castle and assume I went there.
Yeah. To clarify, the trees, are they just really high up, or are they up on like a mountain?
They're just really high up. They're not on
Okay.
like a mountain. Realistically would not have to like get down into town to get to them, but like it would just be a lot of finagling and trying to get the right branches.
So just one question. When they're putting these planks down, are they using anything to hold it in place, or is it just falling?
They're trying their best with like the very few like nails or other adhesives they have, but there's just not a lot there.
Is there like rope or anything?
Oh yeah, there's various rope and stuff around.
Could I make I'm just maybe going off the rail here a little bit, but can I make a noodle check to instruct them on how to build a rope bridge using the planks that they do have?
Let me see. 'Cause I'm not really sure how to do checks outside of the basic moves.
I mean, most of them seem like a 10 plus is success, with
Exactly.
a 7 to 9 is mix, and then 6 is.
So yeah, either that, or if someone like has something in their specific list, maybe like their specific like class or playbook moves, perhaps. But if not, yeah, let's do a noodle and see what happens. But yeah, first off, does anyone have anything they're like specific playbooks to maybe do?
I think commune with nature could.
The only thing I've got is perk up, but I don't know if that would apply. I mean, maybe it would apply in as far as an engineering sense of like, oh, you guys need to do this.
Because yeah, I think commune with nature would work, because even though on a full success it kind of doesn't work with us on a mix, the way it's worded is you're able to communicate, but they're confused or afraid of what you're asking for, or they understand you and are willing to help you but I can't understand their communication. So I could basically communicate how to make a rope bridge to them via that.
I mean, genius plan would probably be good for this too.
Well, I was also gonna say, what special moves did you pick, Tony?
Sense intention.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you had a Meyer Craft, maybe that would apply.
But
And
okay.
was-
Yeah. Since Blue was the one talking to them about the different like kinds of wood they're using to build this bridge. Yeah, let's go with the commune with nature.
That's an 8. So on a 7 to 9, choose one. I'm gonna go with they understand you and are willing to help, but I can't understand them.
Okay. So yeah, and the ants panic of having to go all the way over to these bigger trees. They're talking too fast. They're starting to like really get like Brooklyn accent on you, and just you're not able to understand a word. But they are kind of going towards those branches, though it looks like it's gonna take a while. So if you all like perhaps they want to help build it, it's gonna work. But this is just kind of a montage kind of thing. It's like what do your characters do to like kind of help out spending the day building this bridge, basically?
So Blue would definitely be like, once they have a route to it, be checking marking which trees need to be taken, and just basically making sure like they're being cut properly and done the way they should be, so they can make the planks to go all the way across.
Alban's gonna take like a foreman position, just kind of like when they're building the bridge, being like, yes, over there, yeah, lower, yeah, oh, no, higher, lower, okay, wrap it up.
And this is all framed just with like little ants with construction hats on.
Hey, come on, guys, we got work to do over here.
Can't understand their language.
Since I have no building experience, I try to make a friend with one of the little ants.
This kid right here, look at him.
He's so cute.
There's
Yeah,
a
like the
spider
actual-
outfit. He's Spider-Man.
The little like the action make a friend.
Oh, are you taking the action? Okay, sure.
Which will be a 9.
Okay.
For partial success. They are hesitant but can be convinced to be my friend.
Yeah, they're really busy, but once they hit their lunch break, they're able to just spend a little time just talking to you. And, yeah, what's the kid doing all the way out here?
I'm looking for my cat. Have you seen my cat?
Cat? Yeah, there's lots of cats over at that castle on the hill.
Hey Alban, did you hear? My cat might be at the castle.
Oh, wonderful news!
Well, thanks very much. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome, kid.
Oh, they're busy.
Oh, my wife made me maggots again.
I don't have one. Are you doing anything?
He can't really help. He doesn't have the strength to do nothing.
I like
He
to
doesn't have the
imagine
mobility to go anywhere.
he's being held by Blue, and he's got like a little toy hammer that he's just like pretending to do stuff with.
And I helped.
Like they're just carrying the planks, like, just moving into like a conveyor belt, and then he's on there like
Yeah.
I am providing moral support. I'm doing my job as a toy.
That you are. I mean, the ants look very entertained at this hand puppet that's talking. I don't think they've seen a toy in this village before.
Damn
Yeah, would you look
shame.
at that?
Yeah,
He's
he's
just
a
dancing.
interesting one.
Hey, can you believe that? A dancing toy. I never thought I'd see the day.
And that- well,
Hey Tony, come look at this dancing toy over here.
Yo, that's a dancing toy.
Morale boost.
well, yeah, it looks great. Look at this bridge, and it's sturdier than we ever would have made it, huh? And yeah, one of the other, and it's just, yeah, you're probably right. That took a weird turn. It's fine. I can't do accents. I don't know why I tried. But yeah,
I was just building a bridge, and then these people came to come and dim. Yeah.
It's like
See,
speaking
there-
Elvish, you know, Beladesh, Beladore.
It's-
Damn it, that's how
Open it
Elvish
that
is
little
spoken.
bit.
Um,
You get a
anyway.
bridge at the end of the day.
Anyway, yeah. As the sun is setting, the bridge looks great. Night is fast approaching, though, so you kind of have your options of trying to get there before night falls, though that is kind of a risk, or staying in Morning Gate for another night.
Can we like see the castle from where we're
That's
at?
a far distance. You're not even sure like how close it would be, like with how dense the canopy looks, where you're at.
I mean, they'll probably be there one more night, right? And
I mean, I'm a little worried about my coachman hearing that I'm not there and leaving again.
Sometimes you gotta take the time to help people along the way, you know, not worry too much about yourself, and just, it was the right thing to do. And Lucas is gonna use Pursue Hope to make that realization about himself,
Okay.
to gain a one hope.
All right.
Always take the time to help others.
That's very morally upstanding of you, little Lucas.
I mean, karma, right? Is that how it goes? Put it out, you'll receive.
Not entirely sure with karma.
Neither am I, to be honest.
But I think it's a nice sentiment. And he'll like pat him on the back with his wing. But what say you, friends? Shall we tarry on before we lose more daylight?
before we choose to go out, he's gonna go back and be like, "Can I get one more of those pies
Well, look
Oh,
at you.
and-
You built the bridge, of course.
and some eggs if you have them?"
Supplies are a little limited, but I can give you one or two.
Oh, I could pay you. And he pulls out like the wooden nickels.
It's been a while since I've seen wooden nickels. I would love. Yes, that seems like a fair trade to me.
But that he's gonna then keep the pie, like, because he's been holding the flour like in one arm this whole time, so he's gonna hold the pie in that same arm, so it's like the flour is pinned there and that, but he's gonna put the eggs in the kid's backpack again. Just keeping
Okay.
keeping certain things together, so it's like, see, you can't hold the eggs the whole time and walk across the bridge.
Well, I'll try to not crush them.
Or, actually, he thinks about that for a second. If you say that, he's gonna take the puppet and put him in the puppet.
You put Donnie into the
I
backpack.
think
You just put eggs in my hole.
No, I put eggs in him.
Oh,
Yeah, they're nice and soft. You'll hold on to them.
What?
The eggs won't break if they're in you. Okay. Look, It'll be fine. You only have to hold him while we cross the bridge. Somebody else is going to be carrying you. It'll be okay.
Well, as much as I love a good conversation, we shouldn't tarry. Nightfall's coming after all.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, Blue is going to let everybody else go in front of him on the bridge. Just because he's a big bear.
Okay. Yeah, as you are going past, it's a long bridge. You didn't realize like how far it goes until you're now walking the full length of it, going towards this castle on the hill. But underneath, you see the hallowed grounds are now kind of sprouting with sort of life, but more unlife, as there are different ghouls and ghosts that seem to be living it up down there. Oddly, you think you hear rock music or something.
Dance again.
As yeah, they're quite living it up, despite not
Stop-
being
stop
living.
moving.
But as you kind of walk further away towards the next city, it gets incredibly colder. Is almost frosty, like a unseasonably distinct change. And as you are continuing to cross this bridge, you notice that there are a series of creeks below that are leading to the larger lakes that Blue, you would know, are further into the wood. But you swear it kind of like this mist kind of created by the condensation of this change, that you see like some type of fishing boat or something with a small rowboat, but a looks like a rather large fisherman just kind of go down that creek. You can't make any distinction of color. The only reason that you know that it might be a fisherman is that there is a rod with a line that's kind of, instead of staying in one place, going down the entire creek and just fades back out of view. But looked purely shadow.
What are you looking at?
Just a weird man out there. Kind of reminds me of the spider a bit.
Are they throwing parties?
I mean, I don't think he's throwing a party, but you remember the spider's eyes, right?
Yeah?
That man's body looks like the spider's eyes.
We don't have to confront, we can just move along.
I mean, yeah. It's just knowing he's out there.
Well, if we continue to move along, we'll get to the castle, there'll be light, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
It certainly is a longer bridge than I remember building.
Are you passing by?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a tense couple of minutes as you're passing by directly where you saw this figure just kind of sail on by. But nothing in particular seems to happen. There's, again, just this unseasonal coldness that seems to frost over the different ropes and structures of this bridge. You managed to make it off, but come time for this to thaw, it might not stick around. And speaking of sticking around, hey chat, I hope you stick around, because I think this would be a great time to take a break before we get back to our next little portion of this adventure. But yeah, hope you're having a lot of fun, and we will be back in a couple minutes. So see you in a bit. I hope you had a wonderful break. I hope you got your snacks and we're ready for more creepy stuff in these woods as our adventurers here are heading to the castle on the hill. The place where allegedly Alban's coachman might be, as well as perhaps more answers on how to get home. You all are, just about there towards the end of the bridge, where you see it crowning the hill, clear as night, I guess, because it still is nighttime. The castle on the hill. There doesn't seem to be too much activity happening at the current moment, or at least no daytime folks. There are a couple nocturnal creatures about, including one very crotchety coyote that's saying, "Hey, stay off of my lawn, you whippersnappers! You're causing so much racket. I'm just trying to sleep."
At us?
Just in general, anything passing by. Like, you swear there was just a single, like, lightning bug or something, and he's yelling at that.
Okay, so I don't have one, just gonna kinda like snatch it. And just gonna see like his just mouth just kinda like light up and darken. Just
Looks
as,
like we
the
got our own
as the
candle.
firefly just
We got our own lantern here now.
Yeah, what would you all like to do? This is like more towards even like the outskirts, like just outside the wall of the castle. Well, it's strange. Like this very crotchety looking coyote seems to be like his homestead seems to be like right on the outside of this castle wall. He shakes a
You don't
cane.
suspect that he knows how to get inside, do you?
Maybe we should ask him. Make a friend. Can make friend.
Do you want to make a friend?
Let's make a friend.
Okay.
6 + 1, so 7.
Oh, 7. Okay, so not a failed. Just barely.
Barely.
Oh boy. Oh, that would have been funny. But okay. What would you like with making a friend? He's angry.
Let's go with valuable gift.
Okay. So you walk up to this coyote who just again is like yelling at the fireflies seemingly. Just, you stay off of my lawn. I'm just trying to sleep. Even though you know, for the most part, these guys are nocturnal. He sees you now. Now, what do you want? What are you doing here on my lawn?
Pardon me, sir. We're trying to speak to the lord of the castle. Is there any information you could perhaps give us of, the name of the lord or anything like that?
Oh, well, yeah. See, there's this Madam Princess who's staying in this castle, and they want me to just leave my home so they can just build more. See how they've already taken so much of my land just to build this wall here. And yes, to answer your question, yes, they're probably all asleep right now. It's probably flying around with just these lightning bugs and those vampires. They always cause a little havoc around the castle at night. They might let you in, but they don't have any authority around here.
Vampires, you say?
But yeah, vampires.
As in like little bats that fly?
Oh, yeah, but they can be people too.
Yeah. But they might let us into the gate?
Yeah, probably if there's something in it for them. And speaking of, that was real nice giving you this information. What's in it for me?
Well, unfortunately, my carriage is inside. That has all my money, and I'm afraid I don't have anything on me. Would you be willing to take a rain check?
Who's a what's it?
A rain check? An IOU? I am Alban Shingleton. My word is as good as gold.
Yeah, that may be, but I tell you what, if you get that Madam Princess in there to agree to not take my land, I'll call it even.
Well, I'm already promised to put in a good word for another fellow. I don't see why I couldn't put in a good word for you too, sir.
Well, all right. Now, I gotta get more of these whippersnappers off of my lawn. Is there anything else?
What's your name, sir?
Oh, my name's Obadiah. Obadiah Rockwell.
Omagina? Okay.
Obadiah.
Obadiah. Okay, I'll remember that, Mr. Rockwell. Anyway, we'll just be going in to speak to these vampires.
Okay.
During this, I don't have one in Lucas. He has been like having Lucas like holding him forward, just like snatch firefly after firefly, like very quickly just build up a whole little colony in his mouth, and now it's just like a radiant like meh. And like you hear
Well, you want it to be a lantern, so
Okay. Yeah, is there anything else you want to ask this coyote, or are you heading on your way?
We got what we need.
Okay. Oh yeah. There. As Obadiah said, you do notice like a couple figures every once in a while, kind of walking around the different sides of the wall where the gate of this is. Yeah, they'll eventually just kind of turn into bats and then land again, and there'll be a person. They don't seem to be paying you too much mind. They seem to be wholly focused on whatever they're doing on the other side.
Can I take a gander?
Sure.
That's 9 plus 3, so 12.
Mm-hmm. All right, what would you like to know from that list?
Let's go. Let's go with you in first, something important. And you notice something dangerous.
Okay. So these are actually a little tied into each other. But yeah, from what you're telling of the people around here, the vampires around here, is that they seem to be more of a menace than they are an inhabitant. Though they're through the amount of nights that you've spent here, there's definitely a strange dichotomy between the day and night life here. Things change drastically in the woods. So there doesn't seem to be too much that the daywalkers are doing about this. In terms of something dangerous, I mean, these vampires seem pretty dangerous. Just for what they're trying to do. There seems to be a Just make that hedge over there look just awful. Just let's make all of the mischief happen overnight before the sun comes up.
Oh dear me, these seem like unsavory vampires. Look there, they're totally ruining that hedge clipping.
What is the hedge clipping of?
Oh, you're not sure. You're on the other side of the wall. But this is just something that the vampire called out.
Oh, look on the bright side. It won't go for a scrawny lad like you.
Who, me?
Oh, both of you.
I mean, I'm pretty okay, I guess.
And then he's got no blood, so.
What were you saying?
What are you saying, Gimlet? Well, come on, spit it out.
And it's just like a bunch of fireflies just shoot out, and just like there's a couple crawling across his face.
10,000 fireflies.
Bunch of hugs. Anyway.
Loses his thought.
Well, there goes our lantern.
Oh, yeah, no, they said it was too warm. I think. Yep. They ate an egg.
Blood is something you don't have, so.
Neat.
Yeah.
So, are we gonna talk to them, or we're gonna just make our way to the building?
They seem like a dangerous sort. Maybe if we can lure them out through the gate, they'll open up the gate for us, and then we can lure them into a trap of some kind.
We can.
Oh, you want to make a distraction?
Something. I'm not sure. I'm always very bad at distractions.
And with hearing that, Blue's gonna walk up to where the gate is and just yell. And I'm gonna do this as a cause initiative.
Okay.
And he's just gonna yell, "Hey, you little punks! Get away from my hedge!"
Okay.
In the hopes that they'll come to this side and open up the gate to come out. That is an 8. So on mixed success, something goes awry. You manage to affect your target, but unintended side effect puts one or more of the kids in peril. All right, so.
Okay. So that's something that's up to you. So you're gonna be able. They're gonna open the gate, and you're gonna have your entrance. But what goes wrong? Who's put in danger and why?
I would say of everybody who would own a hedge, it looks like that Alban was the one who said it, because he's the rich guy of the group, so it's like, of course he'd be the one upset us about the hedge. And then also me, just because I'm right in front there.
Okay. So the gate opens, and there are just a series of, like, we'll say about four vampires. Well, I don't like that one bit. They walk out and see this now. It's like, so what are you gonna do about it? We already ruined the topiary here, and you see that it was a nice topiary of like a cat or something, but it's pretty wrecked now. There are a lot of pieces that like would make the shape up missing. They look like they're about to mean business. They are definitely encroaching on your space.
With them encroaching, I would let's see, because I don't want to make them friends. I don't. seeing what the options are real quick.
I think we could do scoot away to try to get away from them safely.
I mean,
So, like we could potentially like run past them and close the gate.
yeah. I think that's what we'd go with.
All right, so any one of you can make that move. Just one of you has to do it, though, so we don't have 4 different rolls. Just the
I
one.
do have a +2 to steam, so best option.
Okay.
I mean, you're right there. It would make more sense that you kind of like push them out of the way and we run through.
8 + 2. Hey, that's exactly 10.
Good.
Okay.
So yeah, it would be just as they start getting too close to his space, he would just quickly like shove them to the side and push past them, with everybody following in tow.
All right. They give kind of a hiss to it. Like kind of how dare they do it? But you managed to get away. But since it was a complicated success to get them out here, they do manage to get one swipe at the person that the blame got past it, which is Alban. So take 1 harm, Alban. As they swipe out and manage to just clip you by a bit before Blue's able to kind of usher you all and then slam the door behind as you kind of all hurry into the castle.
Oh, I've been hit. Oh, am I mortally wounded?
And just
It's a
Like,
scratch.
he's on the ground. Just
like, everything's gonna be okay.
And at that point, I'm gonna grab the puppet and bring him to like the little scratch that he has on him that's got like a drop of blood. I'm like, that's blood.
oh, there's blood. Oh.
Everything's gonna be okay.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I'm gonna console him.
Okay.
I have no friendships, so let's roll.
So this is very accurate to what you're saying. Is what you're telling.
I got a 10.
Oh my
Hell
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
apparently I get my help is exactly what they need. And I gain I get a wish, an XP, and you get a +1 friendship.
Your voice is oddly calming. Yes. Yes. I seem to be intact. Yes. I suppose I'll be okay. Because also that mends 1 relative harm on that character as well for consoling. So, thank you. I don't have one. Thank you. I feel a little better now.
And he's just gonna keep up good, because everything's gonna be okay.
That's
We need to
what he's
talk to
programmed to
Gazpacho.
say.
We need to talk to Gazpacho because that saying is gonna get old pretty quickly.
It'll be his catchphrase.
What's that?
That's something you say often, and then when it's like, haha, funny moments.
Is that now?
I mean, maybe.
But I thought I was going to die. That wasn't a very funny moment.
You're good.
See, but him saying it helped you.
Because he's a kind
That's what makes it funny.
I didn't see the humor.
Maybe when it's on shoe on the other foot, you'll get it.
Okay, so they can turn into bats. So like we need to like find the carriage.
Well, we should probably seek shelter at the castle. I'm sure the lady princess will be more than welcoming to us.
What if she's also a vampire?
Well, I would imagine the vampires wouldn't vandalize another vampire.
Yeah. You saw.
I mean, what if she's a vampire that doesn't like other vampires?
T.
Either way, you gotta get to the castle. The cat may be there. Carriage driver guy may be there. And who knows? Maybe Gazpacho's there. We get just some soup finally.
He's not a soup. He's a person.
Garbanzo's a bean.
Soups can be people. So is he like
What?
talking soup?
No.
I'm just saying.
How is
if
he a
you were-
person?
If talking soup created you, that would make more sense.
It would. But then it would be who made the talking soup?
I'm gonna assume we're having this conversation.
Yeah,
as we
that's
go
While-
that's
along.
what I
while
was.
walking.
Yeah, I was like, it's just a walk and talk thing. As you're, kind of hurrying, going into the castle itself, and you are able to open the door going into this foyer, basically. But all of the doors right now seem very heavy and very locked, as if the daywalkers have very much fortified where they live, at least for when they're sleeping at night. It very much seems like you're probably gonna have to spend the night before anybody is serviceable.
Do we see the carriage out front at all?
You don't see any carriages out front.
Are there like stables or anything like that?
Not from what you could see as you were hurrying away from vampires. No.
Alright. So where are we gonna try to hide from these vampires and sleep for a night?
I mean, to be fair, you've spent a good portion of the night just getting there, so it's only a couple hours until the sun starts coming back up, and those vampires will probably be very scarce.
Okay. Are any of the windows, like, are there windows around or anything like that?
There are a couple like tall windows with some heavy drapes over from the inside, but yeah, you've pushed those back. You see the vampires have flown back over the wall and are just kind of returned to just, making a mess of things.
Over the wall, huh?
Hmm.
Over the
Over
castle
the-
wall.
Of the castle wall.
To the gardens, maybe?
Maybe.
The
Different
I mean,
wall.
they
The
were messing with
topiaries.
these.
Oh,
Heads
they
on.
were. They were over the garden wall.
We did
Good
it.
night, everyone.
We
Roll
did it.
credits.
End
Oh my God.
campaign.
But wait, that means and then
So, on the windows that are like accessible from the ground, right? Are they sealed shut as well?
Mhm.
Like, all right. So, I'm gonna do this as the roll. Is a brace yourself, because he's going to run and like cannonball into one of the windows,
Okay.
and because it's going through a window, so I know harm is potentially
Okay,
coming.
I'm just a little confused. Why are you doing that?
To get inside the castle.
Oh no, you guys already went into the foyer.
okay,
Yeah,
I
you were able
missed
to
that.
open the door. I
oh,
was
it's like an open cast door open policy.
oh yeah,
Okay.
it seems like you just can't get past anywhere past that foyer. All of the doors from the
Okay.
foyer.
I
seem very
thought you
much
were,
locked.
I
Okay.
misunderstood. I thought we were outside of the castle.
And that's why I was so confused. Okay, we're
I'm like,
good.
all right, we got to get in.
We're
My
good,
aunt
we're
calls
okay.
this place the Four Hay.
How?
I don't even see one hay.
Isn't that how you say it? Four Hay?
It's foyer.
Well, what's there to celebrate?
Well, that we're away from the vampires. And there are four of
Foyer.
us, so four yays.
And there are 4 of them, so it makes sense.
There we go. 4 yay. Should we all say yay 4 times? Is that part of it?
I think so. Yay.
Or is it
Yay.
like, is it hip hip hooray? Nope,
Well,
that'd
that's
be 4
3.
hoorays.
So we wait.
Hello?
until morning.
Anyone here?
Discuss the finer points of this until morning.
Your voice, your voice echoes. There's no answer until rest or not rest. It's your choice.
Again, he's
Takes
gonna
you and
Blue's gonna find a chair to sit in and just full weight on it as if like just existing and standing around is too much.
This is a double meaning action. Luke is gonna take the collar with the bell on it and shake it around. Hope maybe it attracts his cat if Luna's around, or maybe he thinks there's a butler that'll respond to a bell, right?
Maybe.
So
you
he tries it.
Yeah, you ring it, and again, the night is just very silent.
Oh, well, that's not a very good butler.
I mean, they might not have a butler though.
It's a castle.
Most castles have butlers. They're probably just new butlers. I remember that I have a couple butlers myself, and they're horrendous for answering the door.
Just like your coach guy is horrendous at doing his job.
Oh yeah, I swear he just made a simple mistake.
Mm-hmm. All right.
So
Pass out. At that point,
You want to try opening? I mean, they'll just walk up to a door handle and be like,
Yeah, try as you might, just trying to get attention through the night doesn't. And we're back. I'm sorry, Slobs is the real fiend of tonight, as we're learning. For some reason, it is deciding to fight tooth and nail against our adventurers, but we are back with the new dawn, the new morning happening with the second day that all of us know each other. So the sun rises and peeks through the heavy drapes of this castle. And you are met with just a scurrying of many different rushing attendants going by, some curiously looking at you as you're waking up. They seem to have been working for at least an hour or two since like the very start of the sun began to rise over the hill. But they are hurriedly going back to their work. You notice that they're carrying all types of flowers and fabrics. Some have food in hand. And it seems that preparations are being made for today, like for a wedding of spectacular proportions.
wedding?
So, waking up, I feel maybe there's an odd sound coming from the one egg left in I don't have one.
Don't say it. Don't you dare say what I think you're about to say.
Do it.
Do we hear a chirping?
Do you?
Perhaps.
perhaps.
Well, the fireflies ate the other one.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're not like
What?
regular fireflies.
Oh,
I mean, you had 10,000 fireflies, so.
I could not believe my eyes.
Can I get like the opposite of inspiration? I can't.
Enervation.
Harm.
Harm.
Harm. I give harm. No, I would never.
Donnie, stop talking.
Yeah, as you all are conversing more, there's you notice that like it's not just humans that are the attendants and servants of this castle. Like some of them are various animals and predominantly different kinds of cats, and they are not walking on all fours like you've seen other cats, or at least Lucas has seen other cats. They're just walking on shoes, and they have various little suits and clothes on, and are just hurriedly going from various parts of the foyer, going through the several doors. One of them seems to take your attention. He has this scrap of paper, the small scrap of paper that he's hurriedly writing on. He's pacing around the foyer nervously. Seems just in general more stressed than all the other attendants that are facing this commotion. He just looks at all. He's like, and you, are you guests? What are you doing here?
Oh, uh, pardon me, sir. I'm Alban Shingleton. You've probably heard of me, but these are my friends, and we were just waylaid, and I was seeing if my carriage happened to come by.
A carriage, and he like pulls out like this small notebook from one of his pockets. It's like and Alban Shingleton. It's not in my records, but I feel free to look at the stables. Maybe. I'm far too busy to be able to check personally. I'm sorry. You see, big wedding, and somehow some of the messenger pigeons are just gone. I'm not entirely sure where they could have gone.
You're just saying my name's not on the list?
I'm not seeing one, no.
I mean, I'm Alban Shingleton. Sure, it's a mistake. I mean, I didn't receive the invitation, but surely I'm on the list.
Of course. There's oh, hello. What error just happened? There we go. Okay. Sorry, Sea Cleaner decided to say, hey, like, what's up? Yeah, again, like I said with these messenger pigeons, again, I don't know where half of them disappeared off to. They could have misplaced your
sure
invitation. Assuredly.
Yes, well, in that case, if it's all right with you, we'll go look for my carriage. Now, also this dear boy here, he's looking for his cat. What was the cat's name?
Luna.
Yes, Lunar.
Luna, and looks at the list again. I don't quite see that. And you say his cat. I mean, we are all our own cat here, but I do not know one of that name, no.
Oh.
Well, my dear boy, perhaps my coachman has seen this Mooner person, cat. We'll tell you what, sir. We won't take up any more of your time. When does the wedding take place?
It's supposed to take place at noon, so in just a couple of hours, the madam princess is going to be marrying her fiance Poppy, and I'm just so stressed about getting everybody that she would like to be here. Not to mention that Bigfoot out on the loose. It is strange. There are too many things that could jeopardize this wedding, and it's just too stressful for me, head of the house, to handle.
Oh,
but I will
Bigfoot?
do my best. Yes, there is a Bigfoot out on the loose. Have you not heard?
No.
It's
Not
just
from
one
here.
foot.
Well, no, not just one, but it's a big creature.
You know,
But
like
what does its feet have to do with anything?
I don't know who named it. It's a bipedal creature that seems to only wreak havoc, which not there are those vampires that we know about, but
Do you know if the really famous toy maker Gazpacho will be here?
Oh, we're looking for the soup, gazpacho soup.
That too.
Gazpacho. I am familiar with his work, but no, he has not been in town in quite some time. I thought he moved up to Lonebury, maybe.
Oh, Lonebury, we were supposed to go there.
Oh yeah, the magic show.
Well,
Hey,
I'll tell
cat
you what.
guy. There's a magic show that would be perfect for this wedding over in Lonebury if you want to get them.
Oh, but there is no time. There's no time. We only have a couple of hours. In Lonebury, you would probably have to get it the next day. And my name is Jones. I'm not Cat Guy. I'm Jones.
Jones the cat guy. All right. So Jones, look, we could help you with some of the stuff if you want.
That if you would, that would be fantastic. And I haven't even asked all of you your names. Well, I know you, the Alban Shingleton, but what are the rest of your names?
Well,
Oh, I
he
don't
doesn't
have one.
have one.
Oh,
I'm
No, it's
I'm
I
Lu-
don't have one.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I said.
Donnie has one. I'm Lucas.
I'm Blue.
nice to meet you. It has been a while since a child has walked through these halls, but you are welcome.
Everyone keeps saying that, but yet we've met a man already. There was that fisherman on the lake. There was a family who used to live back there. What happened to all the humans?
I do not know. I'm simply living the life that I can as a castle attendant.
It's a cat man.
In a way of speaking, perhaps. But yes, I will tell the Madam Princess that you are on the job, and I think she
Oh.
will be... Yes?
He needs, and he's gonna point to Alvin. He needs to talk to her about some things as well.
Yes, you are quite right, my good man. I know that she's probably busy with the wedding, but if I could maybe have perhaps a word with her.
If you would like to present the task that you are going to do for her in
Sure,
person, that will work just fine.
That's fine. We'll kill 2 cats with 1 stone.
I would not advise that.
Oh, it's a phrase.
Oh, I...
My apologies.
Isn't it birds?
Dear sir, I
Who would kill
respectfully
birds?
decline such a grisly thing. But come along, the princess awaits.
Oh, okay. You're directed to the princess's chambers, where she is hurriedly getting ready for the wedding. There's still the dress laid out, put on, but you see that she is an orange tabby cat. That just turns around amongst her preparations and says, "Well, yes, can I help you? Well, are
I'm
you?"
gonna introduce myself, but can I do this as a make a friend role?
I think a little bit more conversation has to happen now that she's noticed you.
Okay.
But maybe in the back pocket.
I'll save it. My dearest lady, I am Alban Shingleton of the Singleton family. You most undoubtedly have heard of me before. And these are my companions, Blue the bear, Mr. Lucas here, and I don't have one.
Well, I can't sound too familiar, but it's definitely a mistake on our behalf. As you can see, I'm rather busy with these wedding preparations. But is there something you needed?
Yes, and I'm so sorry to take up your time. I understand how hectic weddings are. When I married my lady Shingleton, I'm getting off track. In any case, I did have to beseech you on the behalf of a couple of constituents of mine. Perhaps you've heard of them.
Do they have any names?
Yes, there's the coyote man that lives outside. Yeah, you know him.
Yeah, you're talking about Obadiah.
Yes, a vagina.
Right. What about him?
Oh, he's respectfully asked my fair princess and all her grace if you would respectfully not take any more of his land.
Well, we've kind of explained to him multiple times that it's not exactly his land. You see, he's a little senile and doesn't quite realize that none of us particularly own land around here. You see, this castle's open to everybody, but I can send someone to talk to him again. I think it'll be fine.
And maybe just perhaps letting the man think he owns it. Just, like you said, he's in age and
Yeah,
maybe just
whatever
a
makes
few
him
years.
happy.
And then I had another fellow over in Morningwood. He makes pies. His name was Levin Rockbottom.
Well, I don't quite know anyone by that particular name, but
He makes the most delicious pastries. 5 stars, I guarantee you.
yes, I would be willing to give him a chance. Seeing as there are so many guests, and I'm not entirely sure if we'll have enough food for him. But I'm hearing there's something going on with the messenger pigeons. They've just been going missing. There's just not enough of them right now. Not to mention this, I'll confide in you all. I am so worried that some of my past suitors are gonna try to ruin this for me. I am just beside myself with worry about it. Not to mention that Bigfoot out on the loose.
So, I asked this of the other man earlier. What is a Bigfoot?
Well, it's a rather large, hairy, bipedal kind of creature. It's almost like a gorilla, but a little different.
Okay. So, Miss, the other reason we're here is to see if you needed help with anything. Or you said something about missing birds and the Bigfoot. Is there anything else that you could need help with?
Well, that's mostly it. Just the Bigfoot, and just in general, just protecting my wedding. I'm just real worried. I truly love Poppy, and I want this to be the best for both of us, and just to spend our lives together.
All right. Well, I mean, I guess we could split up and have people.
I don't know. Well, I don't know how we could help with the pigeons because the pigeons are gone.
Oh, there's still some here, right?
Oh, well, there's a couple. Yeah, you might be able to flag one down, but they're incredibly overworked at the moment.
Yeah, I could talk to one, see what happened. So that leaves Bigfoot to, since I'm taking Lucas with me, I don't have one, and you, Alban.
You're gonna leave the Bigfoot to me and.
Oh yeah. I think you two got this. He's gonna toss I don't have one to Alban.
What do you say, Mr. I don't have one?
We gotta go find one Bigfoot, huh?
Yep. One large feet.
I'm sure just finding one won't be a problem.
With that silver tongue of yours, Alban, I'm sure you can get him to do whatever you want.
Very well, if you believe in me. I shall take upon this duty to curtail the Bigfoot.
I am gonna use that as a console as well.
Okay.
So, the backhanded compliment.
Is that really a console?
Is that
He probably meant it in some way.
that is
If he succeeds, I believe he meant it.
Okay.
It is a 9, so I get to choose gain a wish, mark 1 XP, or the character helps gains +1 friendship. I'll take the friendship
Okay.
with Alban.
Yeah, you've instilled a little trust with Alban.
Well, if you believe in me, I think I can do my best. Come along, I don't have one. And I guess because he's got wings and stuff, and he's like not sure how to carry him, we'll just kind of put I don't have one on like his tail feathers.
Oh, okay.
I
Perched
imagine
up there.
Alvin had a cane, right?
No,
I thought he had a cane for some reason.
top
Yeah.
hat, monocle, spats.
No, I was just like, just put him on the cane. And have him as like a little staff, essentially. Alright. So I am gonna take Lucas with me and go up to where the messenger pigeons are and try to get one to stop and talk to them.
Okay. So, yeah, there's a tall tower where there's just pretty much nothing but messenger birds going to and from the castle itself. They seem overworked and very busy.
So I'm gonna, because they are technically animals of the woods, I'm gonna try to use commune with nature with them.
Yeah, you don't. I would say like you could just talk to them. Like this is one of the talking animals. Like it's all right. We don't have to mechanically bind it.
I assume because they were messenger pigeons that.
Oh no, they're good. They're just carrying
They're
the
worms,
news.
right.
But yeah, you walk up and talk to one. Just this frantic voice is like, yes, what do you need?
So, do you know what happened to any of the other pigeons?
The other pigeon. Yes. You must mean the ones that are out in the wood right now. They, as you can see, we are very overworked and very underpaid. We are given only the worst bird seed, just the absolute worst, and they're out there trying to send a message, and they're probably still making their picket signs. They're about to hold a strike at the wedding.
So, just want better bird seed?
But probably better living conditions, and to kind of look around. It's like not the best.
And I can't help you with the living conditions, but could. And he's gonna pull out, like, hold out his hand. He's like, I could give you guys this, and it's the blueberry pie.
They look very happy about it. It's like, yes, that'd be great. But if you could get the others to maybe come back and help us out, that would be also very good. We have a lot of invitations to still get out, and it's just a couple hours until everyone from Morning Gate's supposed to come over here for the wedding.
Well, where are they meeting to strike?
Can you say again?
Where are they meeting to strike?
They're somewhere in the wood around this large tree stump. I mean, I think they might have actually walked there. You could probably just find a bunch of little pigeon footprints and follow your way that way.
Alright, I get back, if I can get them back, I'll give you guys the pie as well. I think I want that, so even if I don't get them back, I'll give you the pie. It seems mean not to give it to you.
Yes, thank you.
So and he'll leave with the pie on the promise of giving it to him if you.
Okay.
Just the promise right now.
All right, let's go.
And they'll start making the trek into the woods for the picket, the striking.
Okay. I repeated that because my brain had a weird repeat. I don't know.
Deja vu. Deja vu.
Let's move over to Alban and I don't have one to see how their investigation is going too. So where are you guys headed first to look for this Bigfoot?
Did they say that the Bigfoot was in the woods?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I mentioned at this point, Alban and I don't have one, are just kind of wandering a little aimlessly in the woods. Maybe I don't have one, has like a stick, like a gun, holding it or something. I don't know. Just nervously like, hello? Mr. Bigfoot? Are you out here? Do you see anything? I don't have one.
See a bunch of trees.
Well, trees are good. It's still in the forest then.
Yeah, as you continue walking through, and again, it's just so quiet in these woods, and there doesn't seem to be an answer. Continue to walk through, and there's a shadow for a second. You jump at it, and it just seems to be some type of bird flying by. It gets a little sorry, and then keeps flying on. Um,
All right, I'm gonna take a gander then.
okay.
7, 10.
Okay.
So we're gonna pick an item piques your interest.
Okay, so yeah, what item piques your interest?
Uh, I'm gonna say he sees a plate of cookies on a stump.
Okay.
And we're gonna go with you see someone you could help or that could help you.
Okay. So you actually see that this plate of cookies is on a large stump with what looks like a group of pigeons around it. There are various signs they're trying to make with their wings, but not very well. You think one says, like, give us better bird seed, but you're not entirely sure. Um, one might say, like, a little hashtag, like, need for bird seed. You're not entirely sure. But they seem very disgruntled as they're doing this and seem to be sharing a snack that may or may not have been stolen.
Pardon me, my fine feathered friends. Have any of you seen a Bigfoot about?
Have you seen the Bigfoot? Is it really around here?
I mean, I just heard the rumors and was coming to check it out, much to my own dismay.
Oh, I can't say we have, but we're keeping a lookout. There have been some footprints around here.
I say, what are you fine lot doing out here anyway?
Well, see, we're about to strike. You see, we are so underpaid and underappreciated over in that castle, and we, do so much hard work just for sending out messages and these invitations to this wedding, and I think that we deserve a lot more.
Oh, well, that's very noble of you, but have you actually tried talking to this person? Let them know how you feel?
Well, and they hesitate for a little bit, like wow, why didn't any of us think of that?
I'm just saying, if you feel that you're underappreciated or that no one likes you, that maybe you should just try talking to people, try talking it out sometimes.
Well, I mean, we're kind of talking through these signs to really send a message, but maybe you're right.
Yes, I mean, no need to go to such drastic lengths. So when you could just simply talk it out, express your feelings.
Yeah, we might try that. I don't know. Yeah, it's a horrible day to do it with the wedding and everything. We probably have to fix that first.
Oh, well, I mean, if there's a wedding going on, you should obviously talk after the wedding. But I mean, it's their wedding. Why ruin a special day?
Yeah, we'll consider it. And this is the point where Lucas and Blue kind of walk into the scene and see that you've kind of unwittingly ran into the pigeon group. What do you do upon seeing this?
It's gonna just like having walked through the woods and just like going from like the top of the house down to the bottom and everything. He's just tired now, and he's just gonna be like, look, go back to work. I'll give you this pie.
Ah, an incentive. I do like this one. What do you guys think? And they just kind of like nod and like bob their heads in their little pigeon way.
All right, just help her out. Talk to her afterwards. See, maybe get better seed or nicer kitchen. I don't know what you guys really want, but for now, here's a pie as like a bonus for all your hard work.
Oh yeah, and maybe we should take these cookies back. We kind of stole them. That wasn't very smart or nice.
Blue will be like, no, leave the cookies. I'll handle that.
Okay, well, we should get the rest of our supplies. And
He'll-
they go to one of the bushes that they kind of kept all their supplies, and they go to gather it up when this big, hulking figure rises from the bushes as the Bigfoot makes his presence known. It's just, oh my god, it's the Bigfoot! And they fly away in a flurry of feathers as the Bigfoot roars out and just kind of goes on a rampage chasing them around and starts to chase all of you around as well. What do you do?
He has more than one big foot.
Large feet.
By the way, with my comment about talking to people about your feelings, I was actually doing pursue hope with that
Ooh, okay.
as a realization he's having while talking through that. So, but anyway, but now on to the Bigfoot.
So Blue has had with him this whole time this sack of flour that he's just been carrying around.
Okay.
He is gonna take it because he's got the pie in this hand and the sack of flour in his other hand. He's gonna grab it and just hit the Bigfoot across the head with it, breaking the bag of flour.
Okay. There is now flour everywhere in this powdered face of this Bigfoot. Like you like knocked him down entirely, and he gets back up and continues to try to chase you, but sees that this is a bear now. Is like, I don't know. And kind of just makes a U-turn and just kind of like runs back into the woods, hands flailing wildly.
Oh, I need more flour now. Oh, get those pancakes next day.
So stables, we did our job. Stables next.
Oh.
And then Drelane? Drewwood?
Oh, I gotta give this pie to the birds, and then we were supposed to keep an eye out for her previous suitors.
I had a previous suitor once. He ruined my good day suit.
No, those are tailors.
No, he makes a suit.
Yeah, but their names are Taylor. All of them are tailors. It's just part of the craft. And as he's like, he lets kind of fold up the flour bag that he has, puts it in his pocket, picks up the tray of cookies, and starts heading back towards the top of the house to give the pigeons the pie.
Okay. So yeah, you all head back to the castle, and now like things are really underway with the ceremony preparations, and more of the decorations are out. The topiaries have somehow been fixed, or at least manageably fixed, to hold this spectacular wedding in the courtyard. And yeah, you head up to the pigeons, and they all are ecstatic that you have brought them for sustenance, and for the time being seem happy enough to cooperate for giving out invitations, even though it's happening very soon. You wonder how everyone's going to get there very quickly, but it's all good.
And I guess in order to help prevent potential previous suitors, is Blue will get like the list of people that are invited and just act as like the bouncer at the door. Kind of like, I don't see your name on the list, pal.
Okay. This is very good. Is anyone else doing anything?
If they fight it, I'll just pepper spray them with the
The
silly string.
I'm gonna help the cat butler with the wedding preparations. Like, no, hang it this way. No, left, right.
Oh yeah. It looks fantastic as things are underway, and you all look like a super threatening squad of misfits.
I do have them create a little top hat out of paper so we can put it on. I don't have one.
As long as he's okay with it, but yes.
I see you making.
Yeah. It's so cute. It's so good. But yeah, the wedding, the actual ceremony, goes underway, and you see that Poppy, the fiance, is a brown tabby. That the two of them just look so happy together, and have a spectacular wedding. At one point, you see that the Bigfoot kind of appears in the edge of the clearing again, and sees you again, and is incredibly intimidated, and kind of takes off the head of what is now a costume. You can tell it's a Bigfoot costume, and there's a black and white cat that just kind of nods at you and then walks back into the wood.
It's like touche.
Scandalous.
But yeah, is there anything else you all would like to do with the day or in this montage?
Definitely
Check the
after. Check the stables, but Blue by himself would, like, after the wedding is done, raid their kitchen.
Okay.
Like, find everything he needs to start making pancakes in that kitchen and do so.
Oh yeah, easy enough to do. You're not really even questioned that much. Everyone's just too happy with what's going on that they're like, whatever, make pancakes if you want.
Still has the milk, which is extremely cold. Just uncharacteristically still.
Yeah,
That's
as
the
is
princess.
the growing cold as night falls. You've been noticing it's just been getting colder and colder.
Ask the princess if they've seen my cat.
You kind of give the description of Luna. It's like, well, I don't know a cat like that, but I can maybe send some word out or something. But I apologize.
I don't have the time. It's fine. Maybe over at Drury Lane, Drurywood, somewhere.
Maybe Lonebury.
That's the place. Yeah.
Right.
You look really pretty.
Well, thank you kindly, and you all did such a fantastic job at helping the wedding and everything. I have the need. I feel like I need to pay y'all. And at this point, Poppy speaks up to him. He's like, and me as well. And they each give you a singular penny, so you all have 2 pennies now.
Two hay pennies.
I don't need such a gift, but this would go for. Oh no, Coachman, are you there? Like, just realizing, like, running to the stables now, like, oh.
Well, yeah, you run to the stables, and you're not seeing a carriage that matches the appearance of yours.
Oh dear, my coachman isn't here. Well, maybe he went on to Loneberry without me.
That's
But
it's the last place on our list.
This whole time, Blue just had like a stack of pancakes that he's just been eating from one by one, just listening to everybody.
But come along, my good fellows. He must have stayed for the wedding. There's no way he didn't. He must have just left. If we hurry, we can catch him.
Well, yeah, there's Gazpacho over there in Lonebury. Maybe he did leave when he realized you weren't here, and maybe Luna did too, and yeah, Lonebury.
All right.
Lonebury it is.
Okay. So since it's, I'll say early enough in the day, you guys can still travel under the sun. And yeah, head out towards Lonebury as I pull it up in my notes. But yeah,
I totally have.
yeah. But yeah, you have to, for the 2 cents, learn that there's a toll to cross the different rivers and lakes that make up the woods. And yeah, it is a boat full of different toads and things like that. They have a band that plays, and it's just a restful moment. There doesn't seem to be tasks to be done or things that you have to fight against or challenge. It just seems like a restful time to kind of contemplate for a second where you all are emotionally or on this journey.
Alban is probably just going to stand at the front of the boat, just kind of letting the wind blow over his face as he's deep in thought.
Lucas is knocked out, but holding the collar close.
Okay.
Blue would definitely still have like half the stack of pancakes, but he is in a full lazy boy with just the pancakes sitting on his gut, passed out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that peaceful scene, it comes to a close as the boat comes back to the other side of the lake or the river to see the town of Lonebury. It's a really simple village. It consists of like maybe 30 people and predominantly single room log cabins. There are homes and businesses lining the main street, but it ends with a large circular clearing that is surrounded by a lot of public use buildings, such as a library, a historical society, museum, and even a post office. A small ways off is a school building. Beyond those structures is a wide lake where there seem to be scattered skiffs that are carrying folks out to maybe more silent fishing spots, kind of away from the relative hubbub of town. Though you do see, at the end of the street, there is a stage set up with a series of makeshift seats and benches before it. A deep blue curtain hides the backstage area from where you are, and people are starting to gather around as if there's a show about to start. What do you do?
Well, if people are gathering around, are there tickets or anything for sale, or is it just like open seating?
It just seems like open seating.
Yeah, Blue would kind of like, using his size, kind of push his way to the front and kind of have like everybody in front of him as well. So you get like the better spots to see what's going on. And just get ready to watch the show.
Okay. Is that what the rest of you were doing?
I suppose so.
Okay.
Just kind of following him.
No contest.
Okay.
And he's also gonna make sure that I don't have a name is like seated properly so he can see as well.
That's so good. Okay. So the show eventually starts within a couple minutes. From the curtain appears a tall figure in a black suit that seems to make I am blanking out words, a fresh bouquet appear from his sleeve. He introduces himself. He says, I am here to show you, as otherworldly Thurston, the magical way of the woods, to show you its beauty, its magnificence. The crowd oohs and ahs at the bouquet that was procured. He goes through a series of more innocuous tricks before asking for his first volunteer, who is a councilman. You can kind of tell by the official like ribbon he has, or the sash he has across him.
Says Councilman.
Das Kunin. Oh, thank you for the double glitter one bad on GM's discretion. Oh, thank you, Das Kunin. The councilman looks a little strange. His name is Henry Wiggins, as he introduces himself to the crowd. He's this snooty-looking preteen that seems entirely too young to be part of office, yet he has a councilman sash. He goes into a magic box, a full, like, body kind of box. And Thurston says, "Now watch and see as I make Mr. Wiggins here disappear and reappear once more." He closes the box and waves a magic wand, then opens the box again, and he is gone. He closes the box again to wave his magic wand once more. He opens the box, and Mr. Wiggins is still not there. He closes it, waves the magic wand again, opens it. Mr. Wiggins is gone.
You made him disappear
Oohs
3
and
times.
ahs,
This
yeah.
is an awesome trick.
The oohs and ahs have faded, and people are starting to panic. As you can see, even with a mask, like his body language, Thurston is also starting to panic. Are you all doing anything?
Try abracadabra.
Right. Abracadabra. Nothing.
I'm out of ideas.
Is there a trap door in the bottom?
Well, no, this is the magic of the woods.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Maybe the woods just doesn't want him back.
A couple of the crowd snickers at that.
is that how I'll get home?
No. You go home by walking home. After you get your cat so you don't get in as much trouble.
Can I take a gander?
Sure.
I say that,
Oh.
but I got a 6.
Oh,
Can I team up with them?
no. You have friendship, right? I think you can do
Yeah.
that.
So
Okay.
they can choose to reroll one of their 2 dice, but must take the new roll as the result.
I'm definitely gonna re-roll that 1 for a 4, so that's 9.
Okay, so mixed success.
So like I started looking, and then he like picks me up, and then I look again.
Yeah.
Trying to think what option would make this fun or interesting. Let's say I notice something dangerous.
Ooh, okay. So yeah, you are kind of looking around amongst the panic and chaos that is happening around you as more council members are kind of looking at each other like, what are we going to do? You look at the magic box itself, and yeah, there's just a vibe about it that is just wrong.
I dare say there's something wrong with that box.
Oh, it's the box that he was put inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
How big is the box? Is it like person size all the way around?
Yeah.
Okay. Blue's gonna go up to it without like opening it. He's gonna try to like lift it up to see if there is like the trapdoor underneath or anything like that.
You lift it, and there is not a trapdoor.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen? And Blue is gonna like try to step into the box.
Okay.
Mr. Beware, you should beware.
Oh, I'll be fine. You know, someone as big as me disappearing in this little box.
Okay. Are you
So-
like getting someone to close the door behind you, or?
I mean, I'm gonna ask the magician to try to.
Oh, the highwayman. Oh my. Hello, highwayman. Okay. So yeah, you close the door. Wait, sorry, I got distracted. You're closing the door, yeah?
I'm having the magician close it because I
Okay.
assume Blue's barely gonna fit in this.
Okay. You, yeah, barely fit into this box. Yet as soon as the door is closed, there's somehow just so much more space. You don't understand it. You look behind you, and the light that's supposed to be having like peeked through the door of that box is no longer behind you. You look forward and you see Henry, and like, you were in the crowd. Where are we?
We're in the box somewhere.
Well, I mean, I don't remember their grass being in a box, and you feel the ground beneath you, and you hear the crunch of grass. It's like there's this weird. Come feel this, and you feel over, and yeah, it feels like there's a stone wall next to him, and next to you. And it's when you notice that there is light, that you notice that there are train tracks beneath you.
Interesting. And so the light is coming towards us?
Yes, very quickly.
I am going to brace for harm. And what I'm going to intend to is basically, with him, just pull each other out of the way.
Okay, roll brace for harm.
All right. So that'll be it's a plus 10.
Okay.
Plus noodle. My noodle is 2, so yeah. So that's a 12.
All right. So yeah, you managed to avoid the harm. So you managed to tuck and roll both of you out of the way of this oncoming train, as the whistle plays by, and are kind of just rolling down the hill for a second, Before, are you doing anything with a reaction?
If we're just rolling down the hill, I'm trying to keep it more so I'm rolling and he's just kind of like cradled. So it's more so my back hitting the hill and then the spaces between is that. So he's not ever really hitting it.
Okay. So at that point, yeah, you manage to take the brunt of the force, and suddenly everything is light again as the rest of you see the two of them burst out of this box, and have now rollen off of the stage and just onto the floor or onto the ground in front of you.
And then as soon as like we come to a stop, I would release him just so he wouldn't be.
Yeah, he looks visibly shaken. The jaded expression of teenage angst is just entirely gone. It's just shock.
Mm-hmm.
He stands up.
Blue will like slowly get up from that as well. It's like I don't know. Blue wouldn't know what a train is, would he?
Nope.
Yeah. It's just some loud light came at us.
And yeah, before you got there, it was so strange. I mean, there were the walls, and then this blaring sound that I'd never heard before. There were like these red and blue lights flashing on the other side of that wall. I never seen anything like it. Thurston, what did you do? Like, well, I don't know. You were just supposed to be in the little back compartment of this box, and he like opens it up, and there's a secret compartment in the back of the box. Like, but you weren't. I don't know. I guess I am perhaps a little better than this than I thought.
Or a little worse.
Or a little worse.
Can I take this as an opportunity to pursue hope?
Interesting. For what reason?
For saving him and bringing him back.
Sure.
All right. Because yeah, it's when you successfully resolve one of the folks' problems, and him disappearing was a problem. So.
That's fair.
All right. But yeah, he's gonna get up kind of slowly and reflect on, because it was like inky blackness into just a loud light going at him, and just think of like what that actually was as well.
Yeah, you're thinking about it, and the only time that you've seen just pure darkness and then like one or very few lights is any time that you've encountered these shadowy things.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with this.
I was on mute and I hate myself for that. I was just gonna say, Mr. Magician, do you know if we need to get our friend here to his other friend, Gazpacho?
Gazpacho? Well, that's, alright, well, you can't tell anybody. But that's my redacted surname.
I think someone is here to meet you, and I turn to. I don't have one.
You. I remember making you. Where have you gone in all this time?
Well, the woods.
And what a silly thing to do. Have you found a name yet?
No.
Well, you've done such a fantastic job bringing this child here, and you've made some friends. I mean, do you think you've perhaps earned a proper name to give yourself?
I don't know.
Little hand puppet, you have lots to think about still. In time.
Found one of those creepy dolls you made. Ones that always made me feel not good.
Oh, yes, I made those in a rather dark time in my life. I didn't realize people still had those around.
It was in some attic, some spider, some weird shadow spider thing, man, person thing.
You must mean the fiend. You have to be careful. The fiend lurks about. He who carries the lantern is the fiend.
You were with he who
Oh, I'm gonna
carries
look over
the
at Blue.
lamp.
What do you mean, he who carries the lantern?
And that's what they all say.
We were told by a man with the lantern that the fiend is afraid of the light. And so he has to keep the lantern lit.
Now you're all the way out here in Lumbury, huh?
Yeah. He was the first person we ran into.
A tad suspect, no?
Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't, no, not one bit.
So you're telling me that the beekeeper that we met was the fiend?
Perhaps. I have not seen one who carries the lantern, but I suppose it could take any walk of life.
It was so
You've
nice.
seen- He was passive. And, I mean, he did want me to leave. So maybe it was something he couldn't control.
He seemed like a proper gentleman. He offered us shelter, and food. Doesn't seem like a beast to me.
Well, he wouldn't be a beast, he'd be a fiend.
Yeah.
Have you seen a carriage around here?
Oh, yes, my coachman. Have you seen them?
There was a carriage who passed by. I think he still might be here. I think he ended up parking it and going fishing or something.
That sounds just like him, but perhaps I can find it nearby.
Perhaps. I am hopeful. He seemed eager to see the show. I'm not sure why he's not here.
The other thing, have you potentially seen a cat around?
A cat. I cannot say I have.
We looked everywhere.
The little one, I can tell that you're on your way home.
I don't want to be if I can't find Luna.
Well, do you think she could perhaps be closer to home than here? Maybe you've gone too far.
Maybe I have. Maybe sometimes going home is the better option.
I'm sure there are those that miss you.
And I miss them. Yeah, I think it's better just to, I did my job, I looked, and just hope for the best.
Perhaps you are correct. It's whatever feels right to you, but usually all things fall into place when you head
It's just
the right direction home.
if I can find home.
Oh, we'll find it.
Well, it's interesting. It's interesting. What Henry just said here sounded like not in the woods. Perhaps going through here might take you back to where you need to go.
I don't want to go until the rest of my friends are okay to go. As in, well, I don't have one found you, but Alban hasn't found his carriage, and well, Blue, I don't really know what Blue's just been helpful. I mean, he wants to get rid of me, right? But I guess that's the thing.
Well, if I may, my dear boy, just the simple fact that you called me a friend just now, I think just that gesture helps more than you can think. No.
I do. Should it do it like he keeps on like stuttering, like looking at the box, looking back at you all, like, should I do it now?
Do you want someone to go with you?
Yeah,
No.
we could all go. I could take everybody back just as easily. Just have to repair, and he just kind of like hits the box a little bit. A little dust fall settles from the top.
That's reassuring. Well, I mean, if you guys think that we're done here, I think I should go home.
My boy, it's important to go home. After all, we're all friends here. And friends look after each other, which means we need to make sure that you get home as well.
Will I be able to find you all if I come back to the wood? Or is this the last time?
Doesn't have to be. I think I've seen enough of the woods. I think if you're cool with it, want to see your home.
Is neck of the woods.
And the woods have neck.
Sometimes. Well, I mean, if the wood, my version of the woods wants to let me come back, I'd love to. Like I said, don't really know how I ended up here. Just I did, but I'm rambling. I think it's time.
Well, do we all agree?
I believe so.
Well, you are all fantastic friends for helping this one get here, I will say. Yeah, with that, he will open the box again, and do you all file in?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you all file into this box, and somehow you are all seemingly able to fit. And with another wave of the wand that somehow you heard from the outside, the light peeking through disappears again, and you are in total darkness. As I change the page over.
I really wish I had a flashlight right now.
A couple seconds pass before you are no longer completely shrouded in total darkness, save for a familiar circular light emitting from the beekeeper's lantern. You let your eyes focus a little bit longer, but among a series of gnarled roots and disheveled leaves is the beekeeper, entirely collapsed, entirely silent on the ground. You notice that there's this increased just buzzing around you, though you can't see all of the bees around you, as a shadowy hand is reaching for the candle within the lantern. Are any of you doing anything?
Hold on. I can do anything. He would go over to the beekeeper and take the lantern for himself, because he was told that the beekeeper was the fiend.
Okay, so you go over and pick up the lantern, yeah?
Mhm.
Okay. So as you do that, the shadowy hand that was also reaching towards it kind of meets you at the same time as you look into two entirely white eyes. The fiend staring back at you. Why do you interfere?
The one who has the lantern's the fiend. If I'm the fiend, nobody's gonna get hurt.
Well, no, I myself am the fiend.
And
You
as
all.
he says that, he's gonna bring the light up closer to its face.
Okay. As you do so, there is, this horrible face of Bark as he kind of hides it again. Says, "Do not trifle with powers that you do not know."
I mean, why not? It seems you don't like the light. He's gonna do a quick flash across them with it, and if you're the fiend, then I gotta protect the beekeeper.
You don't understand. There can't just be light. There also has to be darkness.
Oh, sure.
If you only bring this, there will only be a lack of chaos. That cannot stand. There must be night as well as day.
Sure, but if you hold the light, what's stopping you from keeping the light away? This keeps the balance of night and day.
Listen, I know this sounds not like it is, but there has to be the darkness too. I keep the balance. Do you want to go back to how you were before? It was my doing that brought you to how you were. If you carry this, nothing will keep you from turning back to how you were, just a bear. No thoughts, only drive, only instinct.
I'm going to face my fear.
Okay.
And in this, I'm going to add this to lantern, but I assume it has a focus. And to face my fear, I'm going to turn it to the whitest that it can be. So.
Okay. In the meantime, are the rest of you doing anything?
Copper, you're muted.
Oh.
Sorry. The dog was barking.
Okay.
I'm gonna team up with him, with Alban seeing what he's now considering a new friend struggling with the beast. I'm gonna team up to basically kind of wings don't fail me now, and just kind of fly at the beast to grant Blue a moment to do what he's doing.
Okay.
So you get to re-roll one of your dice.
Not to just as flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I grab. I don't have one. I run up to him as well and like kind of like position me and I don't have one like between them as like a way to like protect him since he protected us so much.
All right.
It's so good.
And what is that pattern?
Yeah, as you're flapping your wings, the beast or the fiend kind of roars back. And says, "And you, after this, you have nowhere to go. Where will you go? An empty roost? Carry the candle and mean something. Never be forgotten. Follow my light."
So rolling with disadvantage, because that's what it said. I
Mhm.
ended up with a 9.
Okay, partial
The
success.
other
Tell me
one
what's going on.
was the other one was a 10. So unfortunate, but I'm going to succeed on the move as if I rolled a 10 plus, but I don't reduce my fear because of that.
Okay, you're still scared and you manage to make him recoil again, but he just seems to be tagging at everyone, especially at Alban, who just like joined in the fray right after you.
And with that, the other thing I'm
Yeah,
going to
oh.
do.
Like, does Alban say anything to
Yeah.
his offer?
So as he's basically saying, like, never, hold it, never be forgotten. He's like, the only man that will ever be forgotten is those who have no friends.
Very nice.
Let's see. And then the other thing I'm going to do is try to cause some mischief and guide him into an area where he is going to fall over and can't really move away because of that. And it'll keep him in the light.
Okay.
So that is a 10, exactly. So things go according to your plan. You create an advantage situation for yourself.
Okay. So you managed to get him in the in that corner position before you were able to flash the light again to keep him like fully within it. He like just continues to try to lunge out in whatever small corner he can to stretch out his shadow and keep the idea of chaos and not just the peaceful woods around you. And he just lunges out towards I don't have one yet. And you found your goal. You found your toy maker, yet you still don't have a name. But I could give you meaning. I could give you what you need if you just follow me.
I already got what I need. As I pursue hope. And that I've made it out in the world and joined with people. And made friends.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get that sweet, decadent hope.
Yes, good.
In which I would like to brace myself.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna try to throw myself at him.
Okay, I love it. I love it.
Because apparently everyone else has thrown me, but myself.
Still with that little stick in hand.
But I'm going to use a wish. So I have 2 of them.
Oh,
And I'm going
shit.
to believe in myself. And I'm going to just make it we'll make it the a 9. I'll avoid the harm, but I'll create environmental danger or other complication.
Okay. So yeah, is that the one that you have to choose? Hold on, you have to choose
The wish.
someone.
I can change the results to my choosing.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think
it's
it's-
a complication or danger of your choice. So what are you
Oh.
introducing to this phrase? You throw yourself at it. And he recoils again.
It kind of I don't know. I guess it starts making it it pushes him back into kind of a brush area. It'd be kind of hard to get into. An unintentional layer of undergrowth.
Okay.
And now I am stuck.
Yeah.
Did he go beyond the undergrowth?
God damn it! I wasn't about to do that joke. God
under
damn
the
it.
undergrowth.
Damn. But yeah, as you watch your toy friend throw himself at the fiend and eclipsing that light that's starting to flash over him, he recoils again. You don't see your friend for a second. He seems to just be entirely lost in this undergrowth, save for the little head that's starting to pop through. It's a threat, and as soon as that light flashes again is when he's lunging out towards Lucas, who is kind of like the main line of defense, is when that light is brightest. And the second that it hits, he just entirely just fades back, and the entire lack of shadow or darkness in that one corner just causes him to entirely disappear, as you are only shrouded in what looks like a regular night and the light around you. It's quiet again. Peaceful. There's not that dread hanging in the air.
At that, I would go check on the beekeeper.
Yeah, he's not dead or anything. He just definitely seems entirely unconscious.
He's definitely allergic to bees, and he just got stung.
That's why he wears the suit all the time. It makes sense now.
My girl.
It's all coming together. Yeah, I would check on him, like shake him a bit, wake him up from being knocked out, get him back so he could have the lantern again.
Okay. And yeah, you wake him up, and the candle has somehow stayed lit during all of this. Says, you fought him off. Fiend, how did you do it? He looks at the lantern. They never were in there, were they?
I don't know if they were. I don't think they were. But
I think I came from over there.
Please help, I am stuck.
Alban will move over and help him out. Hold on, good sir. Hold on.
I'll help the beekeeper up and hand him back his lantern. Then we'll start guiding Lucas to where he thinks he needs to go.
Yeah. The beekeeper just stares again at this lantern and just is pondering. There's just nothing but pondering and maybe some anguish in his expression as you all turn away. To which, when your backs are turned, the backlighting of the candle goes out.
Wow.
As you all are walking away. What conversation are you having as you take Lucas home?
It would definitely be centered on him hopefully finding his cat. And that if his mother is too hard on him about it, just let her know that he did everything he could.
And I'll do that. Sometimes things are out of your control and you can't be mad over those circumstances. I know.
And no matter what, little Lucas, you always have friends with us here in the woods.
I hope it's not the last time we hang out.
We're friends. Friends never say goodbye.
Yeah, just until next time.
Yeah. If you ever need us, we're here.
Looking
No,
at
I don't think they'll let me come to your house, so
I don't think so, but looking at I don't have one. I know some pretty cool people who love to have you around at their house to play with, but that's your choice down the road.
Okay, let's go.
You want to come with?
Yeah. It's the whole reason I left the store.
Sure. Just know that somebody's gonna give you a name then.
Sawsome.
it's awesome. That is your name now.
Yep.
You gotta sauce them, boys.
Jesus.
Sawsum's Creek.
No.
Anyway, if
That's
there,
the town over.
if there is no other conversation happening, the last rings of your friends' voices, Lucas, kind of fade as you continue to walk through. You look to either side of you and they've disappeared. Everything becomes blurry as you hear a singular cat's meow and you wake up just on the ground in the woods behind your backyard. You recognize these woods. And there's your cat sitting right there. Just kind of waiting for you to wake up. Next to you is a hand puppet of some kind. It's like you've always remembered it, though. It's always been there.
Just immediately like brushes off, grabs the puppet, and runs to the edge of the yard and like tries to like pick myself up to look at the wood beyond, to see if I like. The odds are so low, but I just wanted to see if I'd catch them, but I doubt I see them.
You don't see them, but for some reason, you feel like they're there.
I look back at the cat. You wouldn't believe what I got myself into. Made some friends though. They were pretty cool. And I walk inside.
Okay, and before we entirely end our session, there is a very, very cool part about this game that I would like us all to do, and it is the epilogue scenes. If you look into your book, I forget what specific page, but if you find the epilogue pages in the book, you can either roll 2 dice to figure out which 2 epilogue scenes you'd like to do, or I'm fine with you picking them. I'm also going to go to them real fast. Epilogues. What page? Oh no, not like this. What page is this? This is... I can't read. Hold on.
Page 31.
Yes. Just got to it. But yeah, for each of you, just either letting the dice decide, or if you just want to choose between, or picking 2 out of the 3. A moment of happiness, a memory of the wood, or a frightful shiver.
All right. I'll go first because I was kind of thinking about this.
Sure thing.
I'm going to do a moment of happiness. After saying goodbye to Alban and parting ways with them, Blue spends about a day or 2 trekking through the woods back to his house, where he goes inside and his big recliner is there and he just collapses. And from the side, his wife, Roxanne, comes out and is like, been a long day. He's like, you wouldn't believe the people that I've been working with today. She's like, well, I'll make you your dessert tonight if you want. He has some blueberry pie and heads to bed and relaxes for the rest of the night.
Okay. Anyone like to go next?
I'd like to go last if I could.
Okay.
Lucas gifts the I don't have one to his little sister, whose birthday is just a few days after Halloween, and writes a little note to explain just how special this doesn't use the word toy, but friend is, and that it'll do a lot of good for her, and to keep him safe, and to give him a really cool name. It gives a list of names that they've called him during his time in the wood, but ultimately it's her choice.
For I don't have one. It is a moment of happiness. It is getting to be the toy that he wanted to be, to get played with, to be talked about, to enjoy time. I'm just getting named different things at different times, whether he's being a different title or a different character for each interaction. And even though he's no longer able to speak or move on his own in Lucas's world, he still has like his own little thoughts. You know, maybe once in a while they'll catch him like trying to move on his own, but when they look back, he never moved. Maybe they still hear him, you know, everything's gonna be fine whenever they get hurt.
And for Alban, he's basically standing on the side of a road in the woods as a carriage pulls up. The back of the carriage is overladen with what looks like to be chests and other valuables. The coachman himself is just shrouded in black clothes with his hat down. Alban says, "Ah, there you are, my dear coachman. I've been looking all over for you. I knew you hadn't forgotten about me, but now I'm ready to be on my way." At which point the door opens up, and inside is a female peacock. Alban seems a little surprised, but then his face warms up a little bit and he says, "My dear Lady Shingleton, I dare miss you. But I have good news, my dear. I finally made some friends. We'll have all the time to talk about it." At which point he steps into the carriage and the door closes behind him. At which point the coachman's face looks up and there's just two white eyes on the coachman's face as he pulls the reins and the coach moves on.
Well, shit. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's such a dark ending. But in terms of the way that the group has left the woods, the camera pans through a series of places to Lonebury, where a solemn but reflective Thurston, the magician, is packing up his magician supplies and is ready to head to the next town. He nods, saying that he's helped another child get home. It pans to the castle on the hill, where there are two spouses, one husband, one wife, that are now happily ruling the town with a maybe less crotchety coyote living just outside that seemingly has a nicer porch now. It pans to the town of Morninggate that now has a new bridge. It had frosted over the last couple of nights, but the construction worker ants were luckily able to get onto the case before it got too bad. And Levi the possum is now showing off this medal to everyone that goes by his carts that he got an accolade for what he was supposed to do. As all of the messenger pigeons that have now talked out their working conditions are telling everybody about Levi's achievements. And then it pans back to the beekeeper, who had trudged back to the once abandoned homestead to see that it's not so lonely, not so cold anymore. He opens the door, and like they had never left, his family is back. The rest of his siblings, his mother and father, and even the two cats. And that is where we're going to end this session. Thank you all for joining us. This was As Autumn Colors Fall, a Babes in the Wood one-shot by the lovely Adam Bass. It was such a pleasure to GM this. I have had this on my radar since August. Actually, I set this back in August, and I am so happy that I was able to do this. I'm Sir Heckle. I have been your narrator, but before I get into all the other stuff, hats off to my players. We'll go around the horn. Tell us where we can find you, who you played, what's coming up for you next. And let's start with Dev.
Hey y'all, it's DevDevelops. Come hang out with me in the Discord. Hope to talk to y'all, meet y'all. School's been a little rough lately, so I might not be there as often as I am, but it's always nice to meet new people, so hope to see you around.
Hey, I'm Mr. Rogers. I played Blue the Bear. You won't be seeing me anything for a while. I have nothing coming up, so I'm gonna pass it on to Tony.
Oh, hey, I'm Tony. I played I Don't Have One, the toy. Saturday is the Dark Echoes again. We're gonna see what happens with that. After last session, it wasn't mentally great for my character. And then Sunday, Murder on the
You've got it. You're so close. Starts with P.
no, the Pleasure,
The Polar Express.
the
No.
Prime Water
Murder
Pleasure.
on
Yes!
the Prime
Prime
Water
Pleasure.
Pleasure.
You got it.
There we go. Murder on the Prime Water Pleasure. Where we're gonna be cool people hanging out on a party boat, and then somebody dies, probably.
As it goes.
And someone's responsible.
And then I'm off for a little bit, which is a good respite for me. But after me, below me, is Copper.
Hi everyone, Copper Leo. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at CopperLeo21. I'm currently not signed up for anything in the future, but keep an eye out. I'm sure I'll get into something here soon.
Alrighty. Without further ado, hey guys, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You can find me on all of the social medias at Sir Heckalot, including our Discord that Dev's already plugged. You should definitely join it. I was your narrator for tonight. It was a pleasure to do so. In terms of where I'll be next, I'm actually going to be in tomorrow's stream, Tyranny of Dragons, our usual module week vibes. Then I have a break after that. I'm not streaming here until Halloween night, which we're going to do a Witches of Salem kind of vibe, which is going to be super fun. Definitely check it out if you have the time, or celebrate Halloween. You do you. But yeah, I think that's all I have to plug and all I have to do. So thank you for sticking around, chat. This was super fun. And we'll see you again next time. Bye.
Bye.